Mhm.
So last session, you guys had a lead that you had tracked down from. It was within the dragon Smolenzek, who you have reanimated as a skeleton wearing a
Yep.
hat of disguise.
Mhm.
Um, and the lead basically was that there was like another laboratory of Aradel was who worked with Pedriarch back before he like blew himself up and turned into a demi-lich. And um you knew that they were looking for something there, and you guys went there to look for. You didn't know what exactly you were looking for, but you guys are fairly confident you might have found it. You found something at least that'd be helpful with you against Pedriarch. Um, it was like a little dicey because the entire structure, like you guys, when you got into the laboratory, was the entire thing was basically like I can't remember what exactly the poison was, but there was a poison basically. Like the entire air was just pumped in with poison, um, which wasn't affecting the undead inhabitants of the lab, which included some whites and a like a what do you call it, a simulacrum
Mhm.
of Aradel. So basically a weakened version of him, but you guys were able to deal with it, and I mean, the fact that the dragon was also immune to the poison helped probably a bit, even though the rest of you guys were kind of struggling with it. Because I think it
Yeah.
was, did it nauseate as well? I can't remember. It might have just been, no, it was confusion. It was confusion effect. It would confuse
Mhm,
you. You guys got kind of lucky in some cases too. Sometimes you get affected
mhm,
by the poison, but most of the time you guys were able to you guys rolled like act normally. So when that happened, but
mhm.
yeah, like it had a potential to go worse than it did, but fortunately it didn't. You guys went in there and looted some stuff. Um, I think I covered all the what you looted before, except for one thing, which was the scroll case. So I added that in there. If you guys open up the hashtag loot
Oh, we have a
sheet
scroll case?
there are 4 scrolls in there.
Oh.
I just went and put them in there. It'd be very easy
Mm,
for
mm,
somebody to
mm,
cast read magic.
mm.
They are very powerful scrolls.
Where are they now?
Yeah, you guys
Feeble
all one of the most important
mind.
thing you guys found was
Mm.
it was like a was an item that's basically got tuned to like Pedriarch. So like it's basically looks like a statue of him made out of something similar to what the Divinity Bane weapon is made out of. Like it's a related alloy. And what it does is if you bring it within a like 100 feet of, I can't remember what the if I gave you guys a different number actually, but if you bring it within like 100 feet of Pedriarch, he gets the effect of negative levels.
Yes,
Oh.
I do remember that.
So I do think that might be what Pedriarch was looking for. That he somehow had a maybe a hunch, or he had some evidence. Maybe found uh like a piece of writing or something. But in fact, he actually did have some writings of him that Brugar gave him. So maybe there was something in there. But
Yeah.
he had reason to think that there was a that Aradel might have had some sort of like measure in there, and he did because he was kind of paranoid. Um, they probably both had measures because they're worried about the other person betraying them, as chaotic individuals tend to do. Um, and then you think you guys also found some other like other magic stuff in there, but that was kind of the biggest thing you found in there. And that's kind of where we left off. I believe the plan for you guys next for this session basically was you guys were planning to head to Halden next, because Halden is um, you're pretty sure where there be like it's the last place you know of that will probably have a soul gem in it, like that he's had in every other major like city. It's basically the only major city, and that's major city in quotes because it's not. It used to be a major like trading city because it's right on the border. However, anybody, I don't know if we've really talk to me about much about Halden. But anybody who has like who can like get a 10 on nat on knowledge local would know that
Me, I
Halden,
can.
yeah, you would know that Halden is not a trading port anymore
Mm-hmm.
because of the Eye of Abendango, I think is how you pronounce that, the giant hurricane. If you look at like a
Yeah.
map of Galarian, it's like just south of Rahadum. There
Okay.
used to be like a major empire below Rahadum, and that was like a major trading point between those two. But because that empire like doesn't exist anymore, the only thing in the south there are like ruins and like crazy lizard folk, uh, like tribes that fight each other a bunch, and like it's not there's not really any trading going on there. So it's really more like just another military outpost almost. Um, but it is still like one of the bigger cities in Rahadum, despite like the fact that it's kind of a shadow of its former self. But yeah, that's I believe that pretty much caps up what or recaps everything. So I think like we are technically still on the island. Like it's basically part of kind of this, one of these islands is kind of down where it says the Jagged Reach. It's not actually on that main island, which is the actual Jagged Reach, but it's kind of like one of the part of this like archipelago down there. You guys had gotten there on a boat. I'm assuming that you guys will probably use teleport to get back out of here. Um, Although it might take 2 teleports, especially with the dragon. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you guys also could just you guys are high enough level, you probably can find your own way out of here. I don't know from there if you guys are gonna try to teleport somewhere directly or what your guys' plan was, but that's where we're at.
I don't know, but I'm gonna take that scroll case and all those scrolls.
Okay.
I was gonna say, can you cast all those?
I don't know, but I'm taking them,
Some of
Okay,
them
because I
you
can cast
probably would
3 of
have to
them.
UMD.
which
I was
I'm
gonna
really
ask,
good at.
but if you want to do it, that's fine.
I know one of them was Dominate Monster, which is a level 9 spell.
Well,
So
okay, I guess, Billy, are there any that you want that you know you're gonna actually use in combat instead of just holding it and hoarding it because you want to cast all your other spells?
Do I do that?
Everybody
I
does
don't
that.
yeah, I don't know if I don't feel called out. That's everyone.
Everyone, yeah. I do it
I
as
was
well, but I
was
like.
playing a little bit of
Hey,
Baldur's
hey,
Gate
hey,
3,
hey.
and my
Matt
inventory
I've
is
used
pretty
specifically
most of
terrible.
my
takes special
scrolls,
items given to him and throws it into volcanoes.
but okay. So what was it? There
Yeah,
was
I can
Feeble
definitely say that none of
Mind.
my other players do that.
There
Hmm.
was Dominate Monster, and there was one other one I could
Oh,
cast.
let me. Okay, so we got Baleful Polymorph, Dominate Monster, Glove of Invisibility,
Oh, that one.
Lesser,
Or Glove of Invulnerability, yeah.
oh,
Invulnerability. Yeah.
Invulnerability. Okay, and then the Feeble Mind.
I feel like I would probably cast Feeble Mind because I do all this like weird mentally stuff, and that sounds thematic.
If I remember right, Glove of Invulnerability is the one that when you cast it, you pick a spell and you can make yourself immune to that spell.
Is that what it does? Okay.
Yeah, and since it's
Issuing
lesser, you
electricity
have to pick a
surrounds
spell of
you.
4th level or lower.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I would use that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then
So
I
if you
will
don't mind, I would
go.
take the Feeble Mind because I think what's my DC? My DC should be pretty good.
Well, the DC
Okay.
is going to be based off the scroll
Oh, yeah, that's right.
because it's a scroll.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably not that good then, but I'll try it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, something to keep in mind is if you're using Feeble Mind on a arcane spellcaster, they get a -4 penalty to the saving throw.
Well, that's pretty good. And if we get negative levels on Patriarch,
Oh.
Yes, Pedriarch is an arcane spellcaster.
yeah. And I have
Uh,
other ways to
he
reduce
doesn't
his
just
stuff.
have a fuck ton of spell-like abilities. It actually instead is cast as a sorcerer of whatever level. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
remember off the top of my head. It's
I
pretty
mean, a
high.
lot of dragons are like that.
Dude,
Yeah,
we're gonna run into
They have source
Pedriarch and he's
levels.
just gonna have a wand. Just gonna
they
magically
don't even
see
have
us the
Stork
whole
levels.
time.
They just get sorcerer spellcasting
Right.
Oh, do
naturally
they?
as a sorcerer.
Oh, okay.
Although you can give them sork levels and they stack,
To
which
add
is
on
pretty
top,
cool.
yeah.
I think
So would
there's
you mind
a.
if I had the Feeble Mind secret? Can you put
I
that
think
in the
there's
loot?
actually a
I gifted it
dragon
over
Otherwise,
to
I'll
you.
pick
She's in
another
your
one.
I'll
inventory
be
already.
right back.
Okay.
Oh, you gave it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. I didn't know you could just drop stuff in my inventory. Sweet.
There's like a
It-
little present next to items, and it brings up a list of
Yes.
people.
And you presented it to me. Okay.
Mhm.
I think that's actually how you're supposed to grab stuff from the loot sheet too.
Yeah, that's how I got them from.
Because I think if you drag stuff into it,
It copies.
it just copies
duplicates.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, and I delete it from the loot sheet.
Which I see a bunch of stuff in there. Who put that? Who put all that stuff in there?
What's
I don't
in
see anything in
there?
there. What do you mean?
Oh no, I'm looking at hidden loot.
Oh. Oh,
Okay.
hidden loot. Ooh.
I have a separate loot sheet that
All
is
right.
hidden.
All right.
I'm like, who put this? It means I put it there. I don't know when I put this here, but at some point I put some hidden loot in there and then never distributed it. I guess so. Maybe you never found
Oh,
it. I
maybe
don't
we
know.
didn't go into that room. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to
It's kind of like in
figure
Crimson
out.
Throne. There was like that whole building you guys didn't even explore because
Oh man,
of circumstances.
I played the adventure box once with
Yeah.
like the Pathfinder first edition adventure box with somebody, and I think it was like Derek was running it for me. And it was like he was teaching, he was basically introducing someone else to Pathfinder, and I was playing like this cowardly character. So like I'm like, oh, we can't do that. I'm scared. And this poor new player like followed along with my
Oh,
being
no.
scared of everything. So we got to like this dragon. You're supposed to fight it with like a dragon's bane weapon or like dragon's bane arrows or something. I don't know. There was like some stuff to give you to
Mhm.
like make you actually able to kill this not very strong dragon, but you're like playing level 2 characters, and we just got destroyed, and it was
Oh my god.
entirely because I convinced this other guy to not get any of the loot that we needed to kill the dragon. I felt a little bad, but it was also very funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the beginner box, so it's not like I crashed the whole campaign. It was always going to be a one shot, but yeah, my my cowardly. I think I can't even remember what class I was playing as. Probably like a wizard or something. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I
So you
believe
sabotaged your game.
I sabotaged my game.
Well, you know.
me and one other person, and then I think Derek had like an NPC, like because there are only 2 players, so he threw like an NPC cleric or something that was following us around. But anyway, you guys are on one of these little archipelago islands, and I believe it's like sunset, or probably maybe even like shortly after sunset by this point.
Yeah.
You
Are we
guys
gonna
want to
rest
look for the?
here,
And I assume
or
we're resting.
You
we
can
want to
rest on the island if you
travel
want.
now if we have teleports available, and then rest?
I mean, we have teleports available, sure.
Because like we could teleport, rest, and have more teleports if we need for like the
That's
next day.
true.
Although we've never been to Haldoon, I don't think.
I believe that's correct. I don't think anybody in this party has
So,
been to Haldon before.
what's the closest
No.
we've been?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not very, right? Like nowhere.
I think you're the closest right now that you've ever been to Haldon. Maybe, I mean, Botasani's probably
Maybe,
easier.
Yeah, Bodasani.
Botasani or maybe Shepherd's Rock. Although if you do Shepherd's Rock, you got to somehow cross the Napsoon Mountains. I mean, there's a few places you could.
I mean,
There's
we
some
can just
passes.
YOLO teleport to Haldoon.
That's true too. Might end up off target or whatnot.
Implicity wasn't that prepared for this session, so it might be a good thing to do.
I don't know. We have to at least go there and see it ourselves once. Like just casting teleport to a random place sounds like a sorcerer
Yeah.
thing. to me.
Do
I'm
we
not a
still have
sorcerer.
our
I'm closer to a wizard.
do
Yeah,
we
you
have
can-
our cart still that we had?
Art?
What cart?
We had like a cart that we were, or was it the other game?
Ah,
I think you guys, somebody
don't
had
think you-
used a spell to make like a chariot or something, but it was like a summoned chariot,
Oh,
maybe. Or if you did have a cart, it's probably like in Shepherd's Rock or something.
No, I don't think we had a cart, but
that was the other game I'm
Shazra
thinking of. That was
did
Secret's game.
do Phantom chariot or whatever it was.
That's what I thought. I remembered you guys using like a phantom chariot.
I do have
Mhm.
a thing that does that. Yes.
So we could do that kind of thing again.
Yeah, I think we should. And my skeletal griffin can follow along.
The saddest looking griffin.
We could actually
ever.
probably hitch it up to the carriage. Actually,
And just have it help pull the carriage.
yeah, it'll keep going forever. It doesn't get tired.
Yep.
Yeah.
Griffins are the hardiest of creatures. They have incredible work ethic.
Are they
Okay.
punctual too?
I mean, we could have it try and, we could take shifts and whoever's awake just keeps watch while we travel. Or we can just rest and go in the morning.
Yeah, just use conjure carriage. It'll go for a while. It lasts long enough.
Yeah, you're casting it off your spell level, right? So it probably lasts hours per level.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, it'll be
basically
up for long enough.
it'll last the whole day. Okay, so are you guys teleporting to Botsani, or are you guys gonna camp out on this island?
Let's just camp out on this island.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't really feel like getting lost today.
I think doesn't the Phantom Chariot can't you fly with it at this
I don't
point
think
too?
so. Does it advance like that?
Can you
I know
wind walk
Phantom
it?
Steed does.
Conjure carriage doesn't do that. It's just a carriage.
Wait, can we wind walk? Can you just cast wind walk at this point in the game? No?
New chariot,
Uh,
like so town, the team doesn't what? Driver can use a chariot like any other normal chariot.
Yeah, it's not like a special.
oh, no, we can't wind walk yet.
Yeah. It does say the entity gains powers according to the cast level, just like a mount does with the Phantom Steed spell. So I think you do actually. Uh, what level are you guys? 11 or 12? 13 maybe? I actually don't remember. You guys are 13. So yeah, you
Asking
get
us
the 12th level.
questions.
Your mount so your chariot
Yeah.
actually can use airwalk at will.
Oh,
And at 10th level it already had water walk, so you could just walk across back to land that way, but
that's
you have
useful.
airwalk, so you actually can theoretically you could just basically fly.
So let's just fly there and
Mm.
rest in the. How many people can fit in the carriage?
Well, that's the thing too, because
Uh,
you're the dragon cannot fly and does not get the ability
Wait, you're
there.
you're reading conjure carriage, right?
I was reading Phantom Chariot. That's probably not what
Yeah,
you're
it's not Phantom
using.
Carriage. This is conjure carriage. This is not
Hmm.
that spell. It doesn't advance.
Okay, yeah, Conjure Carriage is, I think, well, yeah,
We're
it's a
just gonna go by land.
lower level spell, and it's pulled basically by a. Does it even
Yep,
give you anything to pull it with?
yes, it does.
yeah.
A team
The
of
carriage
two
comes with him too.
quasi
Yeah.
real light horses.
Okay, but yeah, it doesn't get any. Okay, never mind then. I was thinking it was. I was thinking you had Phantom Chariot, but yeah,
No,
I
maybe
I
one day.
guess that's not on the Maga spell list though, so you'd have to
Yeah,
take
not
like
quite.
spell blending for it. Okay, well, I guess you're going on land after all.
Yeah,
Sure.
we'll be fine on
That's
land.
fine. Yeah.
We will be fine.
Okay, so you guys are just camping out on this island then?
I think so.
Okay. Um, set up some. Do you guys have like tents or anything?
I believe I do.
If not, I mean, it is October, but you guys are in a um, more equatorial climate right now. So even though it is like fall, it's it's actually like still the weather's actually still pretty good. So even if you don't, you can sleep out under the stars and not get rained on or anything. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and hit the night's rest button if you'd like. Nothing will accost you at night.
Excellent.
Woohoo!
You can also search the island for the flowers to make the griffin happy. Was your cover story.
Oh, yeah, that's
I don't
right.
know if you remember that, but
We told that guy yeah, that there was flowers here that would make it happy.
mhm.
That's our excuse for taking
Yeah, they
us.
only grow on that island.
Yep. Well, it shows that guy how much he knows that island.
Yeah, I mean he definitely did not know the island. He's like, I've never been there before. Sailed past
Yep.
it before, but yeah. Okay. Next morning then.
Indeed, next morning. Uh, we can get the carriage up again, and we'll take it there.
Well, you guys are still on an island at the moment, so and
Well,
you
once
don't
we're
have
off the island.
yeah. So you guys will have to probably use some teleports. Um, like I said, I know you have the staff of travel. I think it has 5 charges or 6 charges left at the moment. Maybe more. You guys might have had some time to recharge it a little bit because you can.
Well, I think I just have teleport.
You just have
Yeah, it's just
teleport, so you can
time to
cast
do it
naturally.
though.
Yeah, I just have teleport.
Okay.
I can just
I
cast
think we put
teleport.
like 1 charge back in it recently, maybe 2.
Yeah, I know you guys spent a little bit of time in Botasani.
Yeah, I can just teleport us off.
Oh, you guys, have you done anything? I have in my notes that Shazra has 2 temporary negative levels from the white, I believe, the white city fought.
Oh yeah,
So
there were
keep
temporary
in mind
ones.
about that. Um, at some point in the day, you'll have to make another fortitude save to see if they become permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably do something about that. Like
And I think
cast
Someone
restoration.
you're
has restoration, right? I think someone does.
I feel like someone does.
Restoration?
I don't
Yeah.
I have
know.
a scroll of
Scroll of
some spell.
restoration.
I think they'll get rid of every
Yeah, I have a
temporary
scroll
negative
of
level.
restoration.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, we'll just use that.
Yeah.
I know as well. You're a
Oh, thanks
day
for
away
saying that.
from Razok being able to get rid of his permanent negative level from when he died.
Yep.
I think Vander's gotten his off now. You don't have
Yeah,
it.
mine's been
He
off
doesn't
for a
have
little
one
bit.
anymore. So probably you'll be able, if as long as you have another restoration on hand, you'll be able to get rid of. And for Shazra, you only need 100, the standard 100. I know for Razok, you'll need 1,000 gold pieces because this is a permanent. Which is another
Okay.
reason why you want to get rid of them while they're still temporary.
Yeah. So we're gonna use the whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll use the scroll of restoration on me to just get rid of my temporary ones.
Okay. Who casts it? Somebody have to UMD it. I think it might be on
We can
Razok's
get
spell
Aoife
list
to do it.
because Razok
Uh,
has
yeah.
War Priest uses the cleric spell list. But he might have to make a caster level check because it's a level 4 spell.
No. If it's a level 4, well, yeah, level 4 spell, I'd need 2. I have level 2 spells. So cast a little check.
Is Restoration on the psychic spell list? I'm guessing it's not, but
I didn't think so, but I can check. Shy kick. No.
Okay.
Wait. No.
Okay, so it's only on Razok's spell list. Otherwise, Efoot could probably UMD it.
I don't know if it's
Yeah, Eput could easily UMD it. She has a bunch of use magic device anyway.
All right, well, tell me who's doing it, and then we'll make a. We got to make a roll.
I mean, my
What am I doing?
casseroles.
Am I casting a scroll?
Yes, cast that scroll.
What's my
Scroll of
DC?
Restoration. Do you have?
Yeah.
The first question is, do you have 14 Wisdom?
Oh, that's a good question.
I
Am
don't
I
think so,
wise?
but Eput's charismatic enough.
Yeah, it
No,
just
I do not
determines
have
if you need
14
to make
wisdom.
two UMD checks or not.
Yeah,
So,
I'll make
do you have
two.
14 Wisdom?
No.
No. Okay, so you got to make emulate a. Okay. I think you got it. So the first one would
What?
be to emulate the
Mm,
ability score, which is 10 plus the. Wait, okay, here we go. If you don't have efficient score in that, you must. I hate that. It's like, here, link to the. If you need to emulate it here, link to this other thing. Um. I'm pretty sure you may go with that. I'm just gonna say yes. I can't find what the actual. It says see text for emulate an ability score, and then there's nothing in here for it. Other than in use scroll, it says if you don't match it, you need to make a check, but doesn't say what it is.
Good job, Eput.
But the DC for casting it for the scroll is DC. The second one is very easily because then that one's just 20 plus the spell level of the scroll, and I'm pretty sure restoration is not like caster level 16. So actually even says their scroll max level 16. So that one has got. All right. So restoration, use up the scroll for that. Shazra can get rid of his negative levels. And
Excellent.
then how much can you teleport? Are you gonna be able to do it in one teleport?
Is it what is it like? How much per level?
I think it changes based every like 3 levels. And the big thing that's gonna make it awkward is I think large creatures count as like 2. So you might end up needing 2 just because of the dragon. Let's see here. Yeah, large creature counts as 2, medium creatures, huge is 4, and so on. It doesn't say anything about for smaller, but we've always in the past ruled that small creatures count as a half, though, so that maybe helps you a little bit. You do have Efoot counting as half, although you don't have anyone else counting as half, so probably doesn't
100
really.
miles per caster level.
Yeah. You can bring 1 additional medium creature per 3 caster levels. Carrying gear and objects up to its maximum load. So at level 12, that means you can carry 4 people with you, which is convenient because you do want to bring 4 people. The thing that trips it up is that you also have a dragon, so then you're effectively having to bring 6 people if you count the dragon. Since the dragon counts as 2, since it's a large creature.
Or I just have Efoot teleport the other people with the staff.
Yeah, that is an option. Just 2 teleports.
All right, Efoot.
I like
This
that
is
idea.
really easy. You shouldn't be able to screw this up. Take this staff and teleport everyone else.
I think Efoot just
Am I
has the staff
teleporting
normally.
somewhere I know?
Yeah, I don't know if we decided for
Mm.
sure where you guys wanted to teleport to.
Oh.
You guys, I'm assuming you guys are probably going to teleport to Bodasani or Shepherd's Rock, but I don't
Yeah,
know if
just
you
off
guys have
the
decided.
island.
I guess theoretically you could be like, we're going to teleport to the continent that way. Like, just you might even be close enough to see. Well, you probably can see some of the mountains, uh, like to the east. You could just be like, I want to teleport to those mountains over there that we can see. If you wanted to, that would just get you just off the island.
Yeah, that should be fine, I guess.
And then I think if you're teleporting to somewhere you can see, I think that counts as like the best. Debatable, I guess, because if you're teleporting to like a mountain that's on the horizon, but I think that would still probably count um as like at the worst studied carefully. I think that's what it even says if you teleport to somewhere you can like physically see right now. Why did I open teleport up twice? I already have it open. Yeah, because so study carefully is a place you know well, either because you can currently physically see it or you've been there often. Whereas very familiar is a place that you've been very often, but also you feel at home. So I'd say
It'll just point in the direction there. That's where we want to go, Efoot.
okay. So I'll need 2 percentage dice, one for Shazra's teleport with his dragon, and one for the rest of the party on the charge of staff. Does teleport
Wait,
use
am I
1 or 2
doing both
charges?
or?
You're doing one of them, Shazra's doing one of them.
Oh, okay.
28. I think that is fine. You make it on target. Yeah, low rolls are good on this table. 74. That is still good on studied care or yeah, for studied carefully. Okay, so you guys both end up very close to each other on the foothills of these mountains that you were looking at. Basically, probably like right over here somewhere. And then I'm assuming you cast your carriage and make your way down to Haldun.
Yep.
Okay. Which is probably good too, because that also means you will be going skirting along the edges of the Eternal Oasis rather than passing through it. Although I guess I could do Eternal Oasis. I don't have anything really prepared for it, but it's kind of an interesting area. I suppose since you guys are passing it, if you guys want to, you can roll like a knowledge geography or something or knowledge local to know more about the Eternal Oasis.
Not quite my area of expertise.
I
Knowledge
guess you
what?
use 2 charges for teleport. So yeah, 2 charges off the staff. It's probably down to like 4 now, but you might be able to charge it some while you guys are traveling because I think it'll take you a couple days to get to Haldun on carriage, maybe even up to a week. So knowledge geography or knowledge local if you want to know more about the Eternal Oasis as you guys are passing by. I can describe as well, like a second. I had a thing open for it. Where did it go? Maybe I closed it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so yeah, the Eternal Oasis. It's it's like kind of it looks almost kind of unnatural, like uh when you catch sight of it. You guys are kind of probably like at some point you guys kind of get onto like a like clearly marked road that kind of goes down below it. unless you guys explicitly are going to try to avoid the road. But you can. It is within like the Eternal Oasis is with inside of it. Um, it's easy to see because like where the Eternal Oasis starts, there's just like abruptly like a forest there, like it's desert and then abruptly a forest.
Okay.
Like it doesn't look natural. And it's there for like you guys are traveling along it. You guys will probably be traveling along it for like the entire day or most of the day. Like it's um when you get in there, like you guys will probably actually end up camping south of it, and you'll still be traveling along it the next day. Um, from your knowledge, geography, both Razok and Billy would know that while there's no like definitive um like thing that you've read that is specified if it actually is natural or not,
Mm,
you do know that that is very dangerous. That merchants who have tried to pass through it uh basically never return. Like somebody decides they want to try to cut through it to get to Shepherd's Rock quicker or something like it. Um, you have never heard of anyone successfully doing that. You've heard of people that have stated they were going to do that, and then they go missing and never return.
yeah.
Um, it's very rare. There's been some cases where somebody said, "Oh yeah, I've been through there," but it's stories of people that have come through that have actually gone into and left the Eternal Oasis have been met with skepticism. You are like you do know that that there likely is something related to the first world, as in like Fae there, and also there is rumor that there is like a organization of druids perhaps that also defend it, but they're very insular.
Very boring people.
Yeah. All right, and then let me see. How long is this journey going to take exactly, or roughly?
As long as it takes.
Okay, here we are. Okay, so it looks like it's going to take going by some uh very rough math. It'll probably take about 6 days. Kind of just traveling, using your magical carriage. You guys don't really have to like stop too often. The um between that and you have a literal skeleton dragon helping pull
Yep.
the carriage, who never
Mm,
tires.
Yep.
Um,
And never says that it doesn't want to.
yeah.
It always
Um,
wants to. It's always willing.
so yeah, on the second day, while you guys are probably still within sight of the Eternal Oasis, you guys would actually at that point be able to remove the permanent negative level, assuming you guys have another restoration spell. I heard Secret very
No.
quietly say, "I don't."
Yeah.
I
Don't
think
look
she's
at me.
away from her mic. If not, you guys might have to wait until you get into a town or something to get access to one.
We can grab one as soon as we're in town.
Did Razok happen to get one on hand for himself?
no, I did not. I was planning on um, just waiting it out.
Well, I mean, you're at that point now where you can remove it. It's not going to go away otherwise, though. Although if you cast Death Ward on yourself, you can at least like ignore it.
All right. Um. Yeah, he didn't get one. But I could chip in for one if we get to a market or something.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make sure we get you one.
Yeah, it was. I think. When did I got it from when I died?
Yes. And then you had so you had one of the you get 2 negative levels when you get resurrected.
Then we got one
So you had
removed.
one removed at that point, but
Points. Yeah.
you had to go um basically you had to get like one more week before you can remove the other one. So that's why it was
Yeah.
October 6th, because you got resurrected on September 30th.
How much? How much are they? Or were they?
Well, yours will be more expensive because you have to get 1,000 gold
Permanent.
pieces of diamond dust, and then
Mhm.
in addition to that, you have to get restoration. So you'll either have to pay for someone to cast it for you, or buy a scroll.
How much are the
And
scrolls?
let me check.
Because I mean, if you're willing to get ready, I was more focused on getting prepped for a dragon fight. I
Yeah,
completely
fair.
like spaced on like.
A scroll of restoration is 700 gold pieces.
Okay,
But since you need the diamond dust, basically you're looking at
1,700
1,700.
total.
Yeah, you can maybe get less if you just find a caster who can cast it naturally. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that would probably depend on where you're at. A scroll
At
might be easier to find.
and I mean, yeah, scroll's probably easier because we're in a place that doesn't have religion. Um.
That's true too. Yeah.
All right. Well.
I guess you guys are within eyesight of the Eternal Oasis. You could try to venture into it.
Yeah. Yeah. We could
We're
go
going
into
into it.
I think Restoration isn't on the Druid spell list. Lesser Restoration is, but I don't think regular Restoration is.
this. Yeah.
It's on the Shaman spell list. Maybe they have a Shaman there.
Well, what I could do is I have this bronze hunting knife, uh, like special one. I can probably sell that and well, sell that and get enough for all of it. I have 1,500.
Wait, you
I
said you
don't
needed
have
Oh,
so.
okay.
money?
You don't have quite enough to pay for it right now.
Yeah,
I
and
have money.
Well, you guys are in the
but
middle of a desert right now anyway, so
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's
When we get to a
that's the thing.
town, we can get the money
Yeah, it's
for it.
fine.
okay. So you guys keep going then. So
Hmm.
is anybody doing any crafting or something? Like I said, it's gonna take about
No.
6 days to get to Haldon. So if anybody's working on crafting something, the very least you can probably add some charges back into the staff.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, I'll just put a charge into the staff a day.
Okay.
As long as I'm not using teleports, it's just put one
Yeah.
into the staff. We'll just recharge it.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you have a 5th level slot at the end of the day, you can just use it to add one charge to the staff. Okay, so go ahead and add enough charges up till October 9th, the day before you get to Haldon, because you might not do it at the end of October 9th. We'll see. You might still, depends on how things play out, but something will happen as you guys are within like a day of Haldon. So yeah, on October 9th, you guys are still probably a good like 50 miles away from Haldon. Um, so about here. And the most of the way you guys have been here, it's just been like the normal like arid desert climate. But interestingly, when you get to here, you are in like a kind of a torrential downpour. Not completely unheard of. Deserts do get rain. It's usually just they get like the season, a seasonal downpour, and then it doesn't rain for 9 months or whatever. So If you like, anyone may roll a knowledge nature or knowledge arcana.
That'll be Arcana from me, dog.
If you have ranks in both, you can give yourself a +2 bonus to the check.
I have ranks in both, so
Okay, so that's a
36.
36 then.
Knowledge
I like how
nature.
Shazra rolled an intimidate instead of arcana.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm gonna intimidate that rain. Better not get me wet.
there we go.
Okay. Um. So Shazra and Billy both notice this. This is not a natural storm. You Razok and Efoot maybe don't pick up on this, but Shazra and Billy definitely both notice that this seems to be something that is being magically induced. Like perhaps somebody's using control weather.
Okay.
Right.
But yeah, you guys are able to continue on. Like it's I
Hmm.
think the wagon that you summon actually does have like a cover you guys can like take shelter in,
Mm-hmm.
and your magically summoned steeds and you know despondent looking griffin who's actually an undead skeletal dragon don't really complain about the rain, fortunately.
Yeah, it's quite happy. It continues burning.
And as you're going along as well, like as you can kind of continue on to it, it seems like the weather does take a turn for the worse. Like you're seeing like thunder, thunder in the distance and lightning
Oh,
strikes.
thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
Yes. So I want everyone to roll a perception. Um, this will, unless you have some ability lets you see through it, there'll be well,
Well,
don't worry about because it's gonna be on everybody, but it is gonna be harder. The DC is gonna be harder on it because of uh the rain.
I can see just fine as long as it's within 60 feet. I think I used like mind vision, but maybe not. I forget. Scent. Telepathic senses. Can't speak or see, but can mentally sense. It still probably disrupts me because it's like, oh, there's all this raindrops everywhere.
What's the distance on it?
I can see 60 feet with
Okay.
my mental sense,
Yeah.
as per dark vision.
I think this particular thing that I'm having you roll against actually is out of your range anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, let me see. I need to draw. I'm going to be pulling you guys on a map here in a second, but I need to draw a wagon or carriage that you guys are on, right? So let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get your dragon on here as well.
A buggy.
Okay. So as you guys are going along, um, you're still seeing like uh cracks of lightning across, like kind of going in there. Um, yeah, they've kind of just recently started, so maybe you're even considering like, do we need to stop the carriage and hole up? Um, but before you can really come to like a decision on what you want to do there, you see that there is a bolt of lightning shooting towards you.
Hmm.
There will be a surprise round of combat for looks like only Vander and Razok. I'm gonna pull you guys to a map, which is gonna be a massive blank map, basically. But
A
um,
massive blank map.
yeah, I think you won't even. You'll have to zoom out in order to see what is attacking you, but
Oh.
it's
Hmm.
far away. Um, and let me hit the button there. So everyone can roll initiative, and like I said, there will be a surprise round that Razok and Vander will get to take part in.
Does this happen like during midday, or is it like early day or early or
This
evening?
will be in the kind of mid to late afternoon.
Okay. I usually just put mage armor on myself once we
Yeah,
start traveling and
yeah.
exploring.
I mean, you guys are still on the carriage, obviously, and those have the same duration, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, you would have your hours per level buffs.
Pluto, I had fatigued on me when I rolled my initiative, and I don't think I should have been fatigued. So it's
Probably
actually
not.
a
I think you got hit with a wave of
16.02.
fatigue
Yeah.
in a combat a week ago. So yeah. So you need me to boost your initiative up.
Yeah, I think it should be 16.02.
Okay.
Or actually, no, it's just 16.0 because there's no negative. Yeah. Exactly
Okay.
16.
I need to roll this other one. Hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, I rolled them both. Pretty funny. All right. Because normally in the past I've gotten around that lately by just making 2 copies of it, but I didn't do that for these guys because I forgot. Okay. So the surprise round. The first thing to happen in the surprise round is I need a reflex save from everyone in the party,
From everyone, huh? All right.
including the 2 horses, which I'll take care of that, and your dragon. I'll
All
take
right.
care of the horses. The horses are probably actually I'm just gonna say the horses die
They're
because
probably just gonna die, but they're
even if they
replaceable.
make the save, they're gonna get killed.
I'll just get the dragon to pull it.
I
Yes,
got a 1. I win.
the dragon might actually be
Alright,
immune to
let's
this, right?
see.
Because it's lightning
Whoops.
damage. I can't remember if they're immune to lightning.
The skeleton? I don't
Yeah.
think
Oh,
they're immune
maybe
to
he's not.
Why
lightning.
are they immune to lightning? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're immune to lightning.
Okay, so he might take some of this damage too then.
Yeah. Let me see. Where the fuck is my? Did I take the negative levels off? I don't think so. Where do you find negative levels? Where do we?
It's under
It's in
buffs,
buffs. Yeah.
ironically,
It's under buffs. Okay.
even though it's more a debuff. But
Yeah.
let
I
me
have it on,
update.
I think.
Okay,
temporary. No.
I actually don't know that. Yeah, I didn't actually do
Uh,
anything when I buffed your initiative up anyway, Billy, but I did.
That's fine.
Huh. Ooh, I'm
It just
first.
happened that you
where the
were
heck?
just
There's no
above
one right there.
Shazra and just below Efoot
This.
anyway.
That's fine. I just didn't know if what the enemy initiative
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
so
no,
I
I
didn't
hadn't
get mad.
rolled it yet, so it's fair.
I don't see this. You're sure it's under buffs?
Let me look. Maybe it's under. I was
Was
pretty.
it? Oh, it was attributes.
Is it under attributes?
Yeah. Okay. Level drain 0.
Okay, yeah, I see it now.
So it should be back up to. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's my reflex save.
Okay.
And I do
Okay.
have a little bit of electricity resistance. I mean,
DC was 13, so I think Billy
oh, okay.
fails and everybody else makes it.
Yeah.
Do we get one for the dragon yet? Actually,
Oh, sorry. I was
I can roll
trying
that
to look for
too.
those negative levels. All right.
Oh, the dragon has spell. Oh, the dragon does not have spell resist, right?
No.
That's just showing on there from when it was actually a dragon, I think.
Yeah, it shouldn't actually have that. Reflex save for dragon is that, which makes it.
Okay, so it makes it. It's gonna take half damage. Okay,
Okay.
so everyone takes half of 56, so it's gonna be 20.
Wait,
Except me.
sorry, I didn't roll. What was it? A reflex? Oh, my God.
I completely dodge it.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Razok has evasion,
Yep.
So what,
and
23?
Billy's gonna take the full 56 because he rolled in that one.
Yeah.
Um,
I have temp HP on here, but I didn't actually
so
cast False Life
27? Is
today
that half?
that I said. I
Yeah,
didn't
DC
expect
is
to
13.
fight, so
And then I'll take 23 and then minus 5 again. So I take 18. Because I
Yeah.
am a tiefling.
My guess
It's
is my
20,
he jumps out of the wagon since he actually
28
proceeds.
actually is half. 28 minus 3 or minus 5 rather. Which you guys says 23. But
Cool.
so yeah. Everyone that makes a save, which is everybody except for okay, so we're still in the surprise round. Razok, you may make an action. So you're gonna jump out of the
Mhm.
wagon, you said?
Wait, yeah. Like I'm acting like since I saw like on the surprise round, like I saw this coming, and my guy like completely dodged it. He like jumped
Yeah.
out of the wagon.
After that, you can see about 400 feet away a really, really tall dude, like a
Oh,
giant.
A
really tall.
giant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right.
A really tall dude.
I guess that's it. Because it's the
He's
surprise
so
round.
tall.
He's so tall. Wait, let me see. Hold on. I want to read the little blurb they have at the top of it. This giant is a towering, muscular human of heroic proportions with bronze skin, dark hair, and sparkling green eyes. I don't think you can see their eyes actually right now because they're 400 feet away. And in fact, you probably can't see their hair because they're wearing a helmet. But yeah, you do see this
Yeah.
really tall, like 20-foot
Figure.
tall
Yeah.
man 400 feet away. Looks kind of
All
small
right.
that far away, but you can still see him just fine, even through the
Which
torrential
is
downpour,
yeah.
which is a little unnerving because of how far away they are. And yeah, the fact that a lightning bolt just lit up the sky shooting across from there. Um,
Yep.
I
Really
guess
lightning bolts.
yeah, you guys can also roll a spellcraft to see if you can identify. I think I revealed it anyway, but what spell that was, but if you have it as well, Razok, you may make a knowledge local to identify this creature.
Yeah, I do.
Oop, that's a good roll too.
So let me pull up
You
my actual
identify that's
skills.
Billy, I guess. Billy
yeah.
identifies. Billy, you don't get to act
I got.
this prize round, but you will know that this is a storm giant.
Oh,
So
I
are you?
was rolling spellcraft to know the spell.
Oh, I thought that was knowledge local. Well,
I do
somebody will
have
probably
knowledge
identify
Sorry,
it.
local.
But
that's why I rolled it off my turn.
It's super low though, but
okay,
yeah.
yeah, Razok doesn't know yet that this is a storm giant. Probably, I'm guessing Efoot or somebody will probably identify it. But you identify that this spell was chain lightning.
Okay. I wonder
Oh,
what
I
could have
think the
cast that.
DC. I think I rolled the DC too, or I was going off the converted stat block, but I think the DC actually was too low on that case. Would that have changed anything? Maybe, but whatever. We'll go with that as a check. All right. Because I don't want to go back and retcon stuff anyway. So anyway, that one was DC 15 or 13, whatever I said. Should actually be higher. Make it higher for the next one. Right. I need to open this up and do a pop out. Okay, and then I think Vander also gets a act and surprise round.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, single standard or move action, and any swift actions you want to do.
No, I don't got anything.
Okay. You don't want to move anywhere? I guess maybe good sticking together might be a good idea just to get in case somebody casts haste or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at the very least, you're not flat-footed if somebody attacks you or something. So there's that. All right, and then this next one is going to take his surprise action as well. Oops. He is not going to shoot a lightning bolt though. Yeah, maybe I should have him shoot a lightning bolt too. Chain lightning. He's going to do that after all. He's going to cast chain lightning as well.
I'll save again. Or...
Yep. Oh, the DCs are lower actually, based off. I missed that part. So, probably the DC would by the time I got to Shaw's, actually probably would have been low enough that he would make it anyway, even with the higher DC. So yeah,
Yeah,
it is going to hit everyone. So I'll need reflexes from everyone again. Uh, even Razok because it's chain lightning, so it actually can redirect.
Woohoo. Okay.
Right.
Sorry, you said we need to
Reflex
roll
saves again.
reflex again,
Reflex again. Yep, another chain lightning has hit
but
the party.
the last one did over half my health.
Hopefully, you rolled better this time.
I'll probably roll a 1 again.
It could happen.
I rolled a 6, so I think I'm dead.
It's not a 1.
That'll
I don't
teach
think
you
there's anything I
some
can do.
game.
That'll teach you. That'll teach you to roll poorly. Well, let's see here. The DC does lower based off of how many targets it hits first for each bounce.
Maybe it bounces to me last.
Maybe.
Or does it just
Maybe.
lower? Does it just lower once? Let me see here.
This is really fun and
The
interactive.
reflex DC to have the damage of secondary bolts is it's just too lower. Okay, so the actual DC is supposed to be higher than the 13 originally said, but that I think really what it's going to come down to is the 15 is
So-
for the dragon. You guys are all the rest because the dragon's in the front. He's the primary, and then everybody else is getting hit for secondary damage. So the DC is lower. So it actually will be 13.
So I
So
still fail. Okay.
you still fail, unfortunately. And
It says I'm missing a feat, so maybe I
I
should
rolled the
take
exact
lightning
same
reflex.
damage. It's 56 again.
I'm dead. Well, not dead, but I'm down.
You're down.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not dead. Yeah. You're at.
so
you're
then
at
did
negative.
I succeed?
Oh, I did it wrong.
So everyone succeeded. It looks like. I don't still have the. Let me just see if the dragon. The dragon makes it though.
All right. Well, I'll see
Yeah,
you guys
even the
next
dragon
week.
passes. So everyone else takes half damage. Except for Razok, who takes no damage because he has evasion.
What's the
What
amount?
was half?
Oh, why is Billy's a bunny again? That's funny. Hold on.
Am I? That's fine.
He reverts back to Bunny when dead.
What was
much
the
damage?
damage?
56 again. So
56.
28 for you guys since you've made the save. And 56 for Billy because he failed to save again.
Can you force
I don't have any
potions down
lightning
people's
resistance,
throat?
do I?
Yes, you can. It is a standard action to force feed him a potion.
I guess I should have done that last turn. That's all right.
I don't think I have any lightning resistance. I don't know where that would be at.
All right. Well,
Meow.
Efoot, if you'd like, you may make a knowledge local to identify these.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
17. I don't know if that's enough to know anything about these, really. They're
Mm.
pretty high CR.
Might be rare.
And I can't identify them now because I'm down. Woohoo!
I
We
will
have no
say
idea
that
what
you
it
think that
is.
these are storm giants, but unfortunately, that's not enough for me to answer any questions for you about them.
Where are they?
What would you like to do though? It's your turn still.
Why do I only see one? Where are they? Where are these giants?
They're both below. They're both way down.
Oh.
They're
Oh.
both like 400 feet away.
Holy shit. They chain lightninged from there. Okay.
Yep. Chain lightning
Then
has
in
a
that
range of
case,
400 plus 40 feet per level.
yeah, I'll
So
use
they can probably shoot
a
them from even further away if they really wanted.
wand of cure serious wounds on Billy.
Okay.
And start a performance, I guess. Wait.
Oh, thanks.
What
Did
does
we
soothing
roll
performance
initiative for the
do?
dragon? I don't know if we did.
I applied the healing.
I guess the dragon's kind of just going and could just be going on since it's helping pull the cart. Well, it's the only thing pulling the cart now, but I guess it's
Yeah.
kind of just going on.
You can just go on my turn, I suppose.
Yeah, or it's going on like the lowest
It
initiative.
doesn't do much, like, I think, until I tell it to do things anyway.
Yeah,
Wait, I had to use a move action. I don't think my performances are free yet.
it's your performance of swift actions at this
Should
point,
be a
right?
Are they
swift.
swift now? Okay.
I believe so. Don't quote me
It
on
may
that.
not be yet though.
Let me
Your level, they
Are you
probably
just bard
are.
bard?
Regular bard, yeah.
7th level's move.
Mm,
I think it's like 12 or 13. So if you're not
13
able
is
to do it
swift.
as
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I can do
you
all
got
of
it
that.
barely. Sweet.
Yeah, so performance and wand heal.
yeah, you
The
just
entire
unlocked with
greatness.
performance.
Uh-huh.
So you healed for you have a wand of cure serious, so you healed for
Yeah.
18. So that puts him back in positive.
I'm positive.
Yeah.
I'm positive I'm gonna die now.
Not that
My
it
health is
matters, but I run off
high
of a
enough.
rule where if you're oh, if you had missed your turn because of being unconscious, you delay while
Until you're
unconscious,
come up,
so you
yeah.
would be able to go now anyway. I somehow accidentally. Oh, it's because I deleted the bunny token. That's funny. Okay. Is there a way I can add you? I'm just gonna hit the roll initiative button on you, and then change it to. Oh, I don't even have to change it. It puts you at the right spot anyway, even though the roll wasn't technically correct. Okay. So, Billy, you are lying down on this cart, but it is your turn now. You are prone,
Well,
I guess, but
uh I don't know. I mean, I can put resilience fear on myself or something. Can I see the storm giant that I think maybe is a storm giant?
no, because
No.
it's further than 60 feet away.
And I need what knowledge to I can't identify.
I mean, you can still make a knowledge local just off of the fact that
It's
uh,
shooting lightning at
it's
us.
shooting lightning at you and like the circumstances you're in. Okay, that's a pretty poor roll, though.
My
Unfortunately, you
roll's
don't know
kind of
anything
great.
about storm giants either.
Okay, I need a way to protect myself. So I guess I will cast. Man, would be great if I had dismissible resilience fear.
If only there was a meta magic feat that let you dismiss them as a swift
Yeah.
action. That'd be pretty cool, huh?
Do I know the direction that the lightning came from?
Directly ahead of you.
Okay. I'm going to put a wall of force in the front of us to block any future lightnings.
There we go.
Hopefully.
Okay, you want to draw me what your wall of force looks like?
Is the front down on the map or is the front up on the map?
Down on the map is front
Okay.
forward.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
because you guys are kind of. I mean, you guys are kind of heading
Yeah, yeah,
southeast, but
yeah.
so this is
Wall
probably to the southeast. This is a piezo map, even though it's not. So this is actually
130
southeast.
square Delios. I don't know. Okay, so let's do like what's a nice even way split up 130, 65 times 2, 13 times 10. Yeah, let's do. Wait, can I do it that way? How do you do this? I'll do a 10 by 10. That's easy. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Are you putting it right in
and
front of the cart there, or are you putting it like?
I guess I could defend the dragon.
Yeah, I mean, up to you.
I mean, the thing does it have to be on something? I don't know.
I mean, you can just put it on the ground, right? Like,
Oh, we're on the ground. That's right.
yeah, it's not a flying. You guys aren't flying with this.
I can see 5, 10, 15,
It actually
20,
turns out you can't fly with this one. So
45, 50, 55. I was thinking we were flying for some reason. Still.
yeah, that's fair. It was a
Okay, so
cool idea,
that's
but unfortunately, you guys don't quite have the right spell for that.
25. That's 25 feet. Let's do 30. I don't want to be too annoying. And then 40 feet tall. Why
40
not?
feet tall. Okay, that's probably a good call. These are like 20-foot tall giants. So
I don't know how to. Here, I can put that here.
okay,
How
and
do
yeah,
I?
since the horses that were pulling it
40
got
feet
murked,
tall.
I don't know if the dragon was actually pulling the cart at that point. I think it was just kind of walking like ahead of it. So I think the cart's gonna probably stop at this point. New text.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this properly. How do I edit the text though? I don't know
Uh,
how to use the tool here.
I think they give you right click
Text here.
maybe
40-foot
or double click. Yeah, if you double
wall
click, you
of
can change it.
horse. Update drawing.
Okay,
Alright, that's reasonable, I think.
I think that's
Even
good.
though it's like it's a single line, it's not a square, but now we can read it.
Okay. Do you do anything else? Do you stand up?
Let me see what I have in my.
Could pull out
I
an item,
will
I guess, too.
stay down and pull out a wand of cure light wounds.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right, Shazra.
So there's a wall of force up,
Yeah.
right?
40 feet tall, 30 feet long, and maybe there's 10 feet somewhere. It doesn't matter. It's a
But
wall
these
where
things
there's
are
blocking
very
against
far
stuff.
away from us.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm building us a barrier that we can run up to get a little bit closer without being artillery struck by lightning. That's the idea.
You have knowledge local, by the way. You could roll that to learn more about storm giants potentially if you have it.
Yeah,
Everyone's rolled absolutely terrible on it so far. So
no, I don't have. I don't have knowledge
okay,
local.
you're in the
Hmm.
dark.
Yeah, that's really annoying, and that they're really far away. That's also very annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically they're within dimension door range.
True.
I could take myself, the dragon, and like one other person with me into just like
Vander.
melee range of them. Vander, I guess you could go with us.
I could shoot. I could hit them from here.
Yeah, Vander.
I
Does
mean,
that sound good to you?
Yeah.
they're. I'll
Penalties
take
from the rain,
but
yeah.
and range obviously, but
Yeah.
I do have basically two accesses to like true strike.
I
If
don't
you
know
give
if we
me
need
more
to
time,
do
I can
that.
give you a name bullet, but if you want to just shoot, go ahead.
Yeah, I think we can actually take this turn off since we're like protected. We'll see if they come to us.
If we just hide behind the wall, see what they do.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see what they do. I am gonna buff myself before I go into fight big storm giants.
Wait, what wall did we put up? A wind wall?
A wall of force.
Oh, force.
Yeah,
Okay.
wall of force.
Even better.
Too bad I don't
I
have
mean, he can
electricity
just
shield.
destroy it. Like they or whoever.
It's
they can
really difficult to destroy it though.
It'll take
Like,
them
Wall of force
hours.
is pretty
I don't
tough.
even think the giants would
It's
be able to do
tough,
it.
but it's
It's doable, but it's not like
Okay, yeah, hardness 30. Okay,
It's
what's
pretty hard.
what's the context of our landscape?
260 health.
So this is a desert environment. However, it is a torrential downpour right now.
Oh, okay.
We think that it's
So
I'll cast
magically
Mirage on
conjured.
myself.
the
Right.
terrain is not difficult terrain or anything. But there are, like, if you're trying to use ranged attacks, you're gonna take a penalty. I can't remember if it's -2 or -4. Trying to figure that out. But
All right.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah,
too.
I'll cast Mirage on myself, and then I'll pass my turn. And see what they do for a round. And if anybody wants to give us some heals, we can take that.
Wait, did I take my last turn? What happened?
you did, yeah. You healed Billy, and then you started a performance. And
Are we still on round 1? Okay.
We're still
yeah,
there. Yeah.
sorry,
It's okay.
there was a slow turn because we had to do some math.
Yeah, where's my pass turn button?
There is no pass turn button, but okay. So
Okay,
you
yeah,
cast
I'm
mirror
done.
image.
Yeah, cast Mirror Image. But I'm
All right.
telling the others, like, that's my plan. It's like, I can Dimension Doors to them. We can get rid of them.
All right, this giant. You see, some massive. They almost look like ballista bolts crash into the wall. Okay, it is a -4.
Well, is it heavy rain or rain?
Heavy rain. Oh, it's
Then
-6 then. Okay.
I wasn't sure, so I put both.
Well, this giant, in spite of that, is still attempts to shoot an arrow as well, but it crashes into the wall that he couldn't see it, but now he knows it's
Yeah.
there. Um,
Does it do more than 30 damage?
I can find
Or is
out.
it a disintegrate arrow? Because he's a high level magus.
It does not do more than 30 damage.
Okay. Wall takes no damage, still 260 health.
I don't know if ballista gets affected by that. If it's that big. By heavy rain.
I mean, it's just an arrow, but
Oh,
from a
okay.
giant.
Yeah,
So
giant arrow. Yeah, I get it.
it might not be as it's still affected by the lower visibility, perhaps. Although
Yeah,
storm giants might not. Let me double. I might have
like
to.
storm giant.
They're
And
storm
they're in a
giants, so they
storm.
might have some
Yeah,
ability to like see through.
through fog.
I don't see anything here, so yeah, I think they still actually get
Yeah.
the penalties in their ranged attacks. They have some other stuff going on though, but yeah, this guy tries to shoot a bow at somebody or maybe at the dragon, but the wall of force prevents it from getting very far there. After he sees that, you see him move a little bit closer. He's still very far away, but you can see that he does that, and then he starts like stepping forward, long, steady strides. Okay, brings us to Razok.
Mm,
First full turn of combat.
yeah, I just
Oh,
that
Vander
many.
still has the fatigued on him. Let me get rid of that for you. It should not be on you.
All right. Well, he doesn't want them to be like free of. If I did my full round, I'd probably miss more than half of them. Some
There's also a
penalty.
wall of force. I mean, you can move
Yeah, but
around to the side of it.
I get sidestep it at
Yep.
least a couple squares.
Yeah, the one to the right,
Um,
actually, I think you might
yeah,
already have a clear shot on.
yeah, that's what I was looking at.
He doesn't necessarily know that. He's just saw his
Yeah,
friend hit a. He doesn't know the size of the wall of force.
yep. All right.
You might be able to
So
even see it because of the rain hitting it, and you're a lot
yeah,
closer.
yeah, and I have like all the precision and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
I guess he's going to. He's gonna say his command word for the dagger that's like on his belt, and it's gonna give him access to true strike.
Okay.
And it's only one shot, so
Is that
Edge.
like is it casting True Strike as a standard
No,
action? Or is
no,
it
no. It just I'll read the dagger.
okay? I couldn't remember. So.
It's speak a command word and command word to use True Strike. Once
Sounds
per
like it's
day
casting True Strike. So you might not be able to take that attack this turn then.
I might not use that one then. I can use my other the other thing that
Okay.
and I forgot this gives me against magic. Wait, the bracers. These bracers gains damage reduction magic against ranged attack weapons and deflection bonus against ranged attacks. Once per day as a swift action yeah, I'll just use that. As a swift action it gives me an insight bonus. Uses bracers. So he does that, and then yeah, I'm going to probably use one of those. I don't know if they're effective against these guys, but he's going to use one of the frost weapon or frost arrows.
Okay. You don't happen to have knowledge, or you already rolled knowledge local, right?
Knowledge local, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know if it's effective, but he's trying to put out as much damage as possible. So, let me get that.
Don't forget you have Inspire Courage on as well.
Yeah, I have that already. So plus enemy plus 2 plus. Gosh, I gotta plug in all these. I think it's 24. This damage is 4. Actually, no, that'd be 26 to hit. Doing bullseye shot 2. It's deadly aim.
We're doing the Pathfinder thing.
Yeah, it's just adding. It's adding all the different little bonuses because my guy, I have so many different little tack-ons when it's a single shot. All right, I'm gonna roll it. So here goes, and then we gotta figure out the distance penalty too because I don't have far shot.
Are you shooting at the one on the right?
The one right, yeah.
Okay, so it looks like he's 500 feet away. You have a range increment of 110. So I think you're within 3 or 4.
4.
So that would just be another -6.
Yep. I rolled it. Oh, of course, I rolled 2, but still pretty high.
That's pretty good though, still, because of all the bonuses adding up.
Ignore the electricity. I'd probably put fire. Fire's not gonna do anything in this. I'd probably just
Dragon's Bane doesn't do anything either, but the good damage does though. That's on.
I guess the cold's
right?
from the arrow, so yeah, the good damage is on. I really can't. I guess I'd put fire, even though I don't know what it's gonna do with the electricity.
Fire and cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of electricity.
Instead of electricity. Okay, that's good. Okay. It's hard to tell. It looks like the arrow actually does hit it, and it does look like it hurt it. Like you can kind of see him, kind of like, it strikes him in the shoulder. You can kind of see him like double back, like, well, when he gets hit by it.
All right, that's his. He'll start moving up after that. Shot. Probably take cover again from actually step in since they know that.
Yeah, they know that there was a line through there that you shot.
That I shot him. Yeah. I'll change the. I just keep using that.
Okay. Lower the guy's health. So he just took 31 damage. Okay, and then I think it's his turn after that.
Alright.
No, Vander's turn. Vander, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna give. Which one do I want to do? Oh, fine.
Well, Billy's conscious now. If you were thinking about
Yeah.
giving him a potion,
Hmm.
but I guess you can still
Yeah.
hand him one.
Yeah.
Although he did just pull out a wand of cure light wounds.
Only
Yeah, I
cast
mean,
one
if
charge of that
you have nothing
though.
better to do, heal me. If you have something better to do, then I don't think I'll die behind the wall.
I think he might be waiting for Shazra to dimension door him closer.
Yeah.
Do you have a potion you want to drink to buff yourself, maybe? Potion of heroism or something, maybe? I don't know.
No.
How far can you go on like a full sprint? Movement speed, 4
I have
times movement speed.
Yeah.
That's by default, yeah, if you're lightly armored, which I believe
Yeah,
everyone is. I think everyone's lightly armored.
I'm definitely having mithril. Mithril.
If you get the run feat, you can go times 5.
5, yeah. Well, hopefully, if there's a haste in there, I can go a little bit farther. I was just figuring, since I moved up, you guys dimension door, and I could keep I could run closer and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna drink one of my potions.
Okay. Go heal yourself up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, good idea. All right. The storm giant that just got hit by an arrow is going to cast a spell.
Ah, these bastards. Fickle winds or something like that.
No, that would be pretty funny. Just give everyone from here on out has fickle
Now, as
winds.
fickle winds, I'd be so oh, there goes that character. Where's Malice at?
I didn't put fickle winds on every character for Zadurium's Eldritch
Yeah,
Archer Magus
Raziel.
either, so
That's
I'll
all
be
good. I was just
I'll be
messing.
selective about it.
It just made sense with these guys, though. That's the little one thing that I was like, they're
Yeah,
freaking storm
nope.
giants.
He is not casting fickle winds. So yeah, he finishes. Let me see. How long is this? Just make sure this isn't like a. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so he actually is casting a spell. It is a 1-round cast time. So he is in the process of casting a spell right now.
Oh, I want to identify. Can I see him?
You may roll a spellcraft check.
Yes.
You identify that he is casting Call Lightning.
Oh, again? Oh,
No,
well,
last
not
one was
again,
Chain
but-
Lightning.
okay,
Call
yeah.
Lightning is it's much less damage, but it's repeatable.
Right.
It lets
for
you
a
call
long
down a lightning
duration,
board.
Yeah.
Like once you finish casting it, you immediately get to cast a single lightning bolt that strikes from the sky, and then you are able to continue dropping lightning bolts. The good news on it, though, is that its range is only 100 feet, so you actually probably won't be able to do much with it right away. But I guess he'll 5-foot step closer as he does that, but just to get him a slightly better chance of actually being able to use it. But well, it's more than 100 feet because it's 100 plus 10 per caster level, so probably closer to 200 feet. But anyway, yeah, he'll have to move closer to actually use that.
And it could be dispelled if he has to concentrate, doesn't he, to keep it?
No, he doesn't.
It's a
have to
1-round
concentrate.
cast, so yeah, if you
just-
damage him, he could fail the concentration check and just lose the spell.
Right.
All right,
But
Aoife,
once he
it is now
casts
your
it, he doesn't
turn.
have to concentrate.
Hmm.
Billy's still pretty hurt. And now that I know that he can call lightning, I'm gonna go ahead and Yeah, I'll use the wand again to heal Billy.
Okay.
Guess
Yeah, he is
that's
still pretty
kind
low.
of my turn because I'm a bard. This one. The big kahuna. Not that big, but still.
Yeah. Making him not likely to get one shot by a call lightning, so
Yep.
True.
Let me-
I think also call lightning is unlike chain lightning is all or nothing for the
Mhm.
save. Like
Yeah.
if you make the save, you just take no damage.
You
Mhm.
just dodge the bolt. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, thank you. I've updated that.
All right, Billy, is now your turn then.
Okay. I grabbed the cure light. I think I'm just gonna use it.
Okay.
So, it's was it just D8 plus 1, right?
Yeah.
5. I don't, maybe this isn't a good use of my time. Oh well.
Normally, you don't use cure light wounds in combat for just that reason, unless you're low level. But
We kind of have time, sort of.
yeah, it
And
gives us
then
lots of
I
time.
will take a move action to stand up.
Okay. Yeah, the wall of force
Haven't
has
done that
bought you
yet.
some time, so. All right, Shazra.
All right. I am going to cast Dimension Door, and I'm going to take myself, my Dargan, and Vander with us next to the Storm Giants.
Okay, so you have the dragon like come over next to you then.
Yep.
I guess he probably can.
Are you gonna be in my performance still?
Can I still hear Efoot?
Where does it go?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Sing
Probably not.
louder.
Yeah, it's hard to say because there's not.
Torrential
I don't think there's a
downpour. I don't
hard
think you'll
rule
be-
for it. It's just if you can hear it or not. So, can you hear Efoot from 500 feet away in a torrential downpour?
Probably not.
Yeah, maybe not. So maybe Efoot will have to get closer in order.
We'll have to get closer, Efoot.
Yeah. Okay, so where? Just I guess move yourself to where you're teleporting, and then we'll move everyone else over there. You should be able to move both you and your dragon, and then I guess we'll just
My
have to
guy
move
yells,
Vander.
focus left. Left to us since we're looking, but it's the guy on the right.
Okay. Focus stage left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just know
Oh,
that he's the
boy.
one that has the spell going. So like if
Oh,
you
okay.
teleport to
So
him
it's
and
stage right,
shut this
actually.
up.
Then see, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Can I
If
move
I'm
all of
talking
us
as
at the
if
same
we're
time?
looking at him, that he's to our
Yes, I
left. On
can.
the
I
map,
think you
he's to our
can.
right.
That's kind of awkward. Did I actually? I thought I. Figure settings. Yeah, I disabled the token movement, but it still does
Bam.
it.
Here.
Teleport to that one.
Yeah, that's the left one, right?
I think he meant
No,
left
I meant
in character, which is
This
technically
one.
the
that
right
one.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to this
Yeah.
one then.
Okay. So Shazra can't do anything yet with that because
Yeah.
his turn ends casting Dimension Door unless you have Dimensional Agility, right? And I'm assuming you don't have that, or do you?
No.
Okay,
I do
but
not.
Dragon should be able to take its turn, right?
How the heck do I uncouple us?
Make a box to the side, and then you should be able to reselect someone.
Okay, there we go. I want to be over here,
Okay.
behind the Dargan.
Vander, where do you want to be that's within touch range of Shazra? Just go ahead and put yourself somewhere next to Shazra.
But yeah, the dragon will full attack.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that. Okay, the 32 will hit, and the 37 will hit. The 22 is going to miss, though.
Okay.
So, and all of that damage goes through. And he's going to make some concentration checks. So I think I can just roll that from the sheet here. And I don't think that makes it. He took a pretty good number, pretty good damage there. I think the DC is 10 plus damage dealt plus spell level, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So DC is going to be in the 30s, and he rolled in the mid 20s. So yeah, he loses concentration on his spell. Okay. This storm giant. He sees well, let me see. He's not the one you teleported right in front of. I'm actually gonna say that he, especially because it's in the torrential downpour, he does not actually
And they're
turn
kind of behind them
immediately.
too.
Yeah, he doesn't turn to immediately attack Shazra because he doesn't actually notice Shazra is there yet. So he's going to continue what he was already going to be doing before, and he's going to continue towards the wall. Okay. So he just goes into a sprint, and he sprints towards the wall. And that's his turn.
Interesting.
Okay.
Maybe he can high jump it.
Maybe. Okay. As he's moving forward as well, he pulls out like he sheaths a gigantic sword.
Yep.
He's actually still holding his bow in his other hand at the moment, though.
That is gonna pull out a gun.
He pulls out a massive gun.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
A storm giant with a gun? No.
Yeah. It's the villain
like
of my
a
next
storm
campaign.
giant.
Oh,
Storm
is
giant
it?
with a
Okay.
gun.
The gunslinger storm giant.
Yeah, he's got a gun. And he's got levels in gunslinger.
Oh god.
All right, Razok.
All right, he's closer now. So he's gonna start yelling at Billy, "Give me some arrows!"
Well,
And,
I think it was the other way around. You give me arrows.
you know, I already have given you arrows. I gave you like
What
5.
did you last time? That's right.
Yeah,
I think you did.
Yeah, just for save
Just
us
for this
step,
occasion.
yeah, save us.
That's
step.
right. You did do that.
And then he is going to try to full round this one. He's not going to use his ability. Actually, he can't full round him because he's behind the wall. So he's actually going to pop out.
Okay.
Over here. Try to get line of sight, which I think I did. Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, he's going to make it towards like as little line of sight as possible.
And
All
I
right.
think that puts you in 2 range increments instead of 3.
Yeah, and that's why I'm gonna actually try the full round. And he's gonna pass up on the frost, just go straight regular because I don't want to. On that one, I was like, I have a pretty high hit chance, but with that, I don't want to waste an arrow.
Okay.
So just go, which is 2 plus 4. Sees that. All right. He'll
These
still
guys
have
opposite
fire
problem
go.
that Nizzo had.
Yep.
Instead of all the attacks, Nizzo, all the range attacks were rocks, so my arrow snatching gloves didn't work. These guys have rock catching. None of the attacks are rocks.
I remember
Yeah.
when you were so upset about that. You're like, God damn it, what's the point?
I was pretty sad about it.
Yeah. Rocks are not
Okay, is that taking
arrows.
into account your
Mhm.
range and environmental penalties?
No, it's not. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I'll plug that in next time.
No, you don't need
I'll
to worry
work it
about
out.
it as long as I know.
Yeah, no,
I just
it's
need to
not.
know one way or another. Okay, so those will miss all of them, unfortunately.
Yep, that's the main reason why I didn't use the other arrow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you rolled
Yeah,
well. You rolled really well in the last attack, but unfortunately, that was
yeah,
low bonuses.
yeah,
If you'd rolled that
yeah,
on the first attack, probably would have been a different
yeah.
story.
Yep.
Okay.
It's also just making it to where he's not like how I see it in combat. Like I'm trying to slow him down.
Yeah.
Is how I see it. But yeah.
I don't see Ron moved his token, so I'm gonna put him right here. All right, Ron. It is Vander's turn now,
Oh, okay.
and you are over next to this guy. His spell did get interrupted already. Um, he is currently. You see, he has a sword, but he does not pull it out. Um, currently, he just has a um, his bow out. Although you would know that giants typically can do slam attacks if they don't have a weapon out. So he probably is still threatening.
Oh, and I probably would have yelled out to. I realize he
Okay.
doesn't see
I'm
this
gonna
guy,
fly.
so I would have yelled out,
What's that?
"Giant!"
I'm gonna fly.
You're gonna fly.
Yeah.
Okay, is that activating like boots of flying or something like that?
It's my armor.
Your armor. Okay, so is that a standard action to activate?
Just fly on command.
Okay, so it sounds like it is then.
Okay.
Although you didn't do anything for your standard action last round, did you?
No.
We can just say you used it last round. So you have fly. You activated fly before you teleported here. So
Okay.
we'll say it is already going.
Okay. And
You still got acrobatics up to attack
yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe you probably will
It
succeed,
should be
but
close.
his CMD is probably a lot better than some of the stuff you fought just because of his size bonuses.
Make sure I get my buffs on. My buff, single buff. Yeah. I'm good.
Okay, that are you going? I guess this now. Where you moving to? You going through a square or just
Yeah, I have to go
around him?
through them.
Okay, so it has to beat a CMD +5, which unfortunately that does not beat.
No.
So I think it stops you right
It
there, and he
stops me
gets
there.
an attack opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So let me just double check. This guy does have, yes, he does. Okay. So he swings at you with a 42 to hit
Yeah.
for 18 damage
Uh,
with his fists. He just slams down on you.
okay.
You do still have your standard action though.
Well, I
Even
still
though
get to attack him. I just don't get the.
you just don't get the swift action attack.
Well, I don't get the.
You don't get the, what is it called?
I don't get the full
The
bonus.
the hidden strike damage. Right? Like the D8 hidden strike damage.
It's the D4.
Okay. Yeah, you actually were close to beating the CMD +5, but um, not quite. Okay. That is a good hit though. For I think all that damage goes through too. He is still up though.
Oh, okay. And I will I guess
The
attack
vital
again.
strike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that will also hit. Okay, guy is still up though, but yeah, you hit him pretty well. It looks like he staggers back a little bit, but is still standing. His other as you're doing that, his hand, like, he has one hand still holding a bow, but his other hand goes to grip the pommel of his sword. Um, and that's your turn, right?
Yeah, because I don't think I can. Yeah,
Okay. I don't think this guy has quick draw, does he? Let me check.
unless I can fly up in the air.
Well, you only used 10 feet of
Yeah,
movement here. I guess you were doing acrobatics, so 20 feet. I think you could fly up in the air, but I don't think you could get high enough for it to matter. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Because it takes double movement as well to go up. And if you're doing acrobatics, you're basically using 4 times movement. And he's 20 feet tall. So,
yep.
all right. So he is going to drop his bow, his massive bow, just thuds into the mud on the ground. Um, and he's going to pull out his great sword, which I don't think can do a free action. I think he's gonna, yeah. Okay, but what he is gonna do is he's gonna do a cleave attack, starting with the dragon.
This probably auto hits me.
All right, so that's against the dragon. Does a 28 hit the dragon? No, it does not. Is that correct? Is his AC 36? That's wild. Okay, yeah. A lot of natural armor on that thing. So he actually misses on the dragon, and because he misses on the dragon, he doesn't actually get the second attack because you have to hit the first attack to get the second attack with
Oh,
cleave.
okay.
So fortunately, you don't have to worry about him hitting you. Would a 28 have hit Vander?
No.
Okay, so he would have missed no matter which direction he started on his cleave. Okay, round 3, Efoot.
Um. Okay. So there's just. Wait, did he take it down or no?
No.
No, neither of the
Oh.
giants is down. The
Oh,
one that's
okay.
further away is very low. Vander just hit it for like 100
Yeah.
damage, but well, it was
Um.
like 80 damage. It was a lot. Dragon and the dragon skeleton hit it for a decent chunk too.
Mm-hmm.
These things have a lot of hit points though.
Yeah.
Well, I have Razok over here, right?
Yep.
You have Razok and Billy with
I
you
could
still.
haste you, and then you just
Mhm.
get another arrow, I guess.
Yep, and a +1 to hit.
True. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna haste those around me.
So you, Billy, and Razok.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Haste. I think. Well, I know these guys are definitely out of 30 feet, but they might even be out of range for you anyway. Is haste like 100 feet or is it 400? I actually don't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
55. Close. It's close range.
Oh yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, you definitely can't cast it on those guys down there.
God damn it.
Did it automatically make a targeting reticle?
Yeah. I forgot what I have to click to get rid of that. Oh, I found it. Okay. Delete? Can I delete it? There we go.
Okay. So Billy, Efoot, and Razok have haste and
Mm-hmm.
inspired courage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Billy.
I'm going to cast our favorite spell, named Bullet for Storm Giants, and I'm
Okay.
casting on a piece of ammunition that was handed to me previously by
Mm-hmm.
Razok, and then I will move over and hand it to him. 5, 10, 50. Yeah.
Okay. You don't really have an action to like. He'll have to take it. He'll have to use a move action to take it from you.
I will
basically.
hold it. I will hold it out to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
But all right, fair enough. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Shazra, you're up.
I am going to cast a spell.
Okay. And I think since you're behind your dragon, you don't have to worry about casting defensively.
Yes.
He's giving you cover.
Where is it? I can. I'm going to vanish.
Ooh, okay.
Poof. And I'll
Is
start
it where
off.
you put the invisibility buff on you and it makes your token
Yeah, it makes me all cool looking.
all inverted colors.
Yeah, to show that I'm invisible.
All
I
right.
do this and then it does that.
Yep. Good shit.
Let's see. So the other giant's just running for my teammates?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Interesting. I'll move over here. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. And then what about your
Then the
dragon?
dragon will attack. Get him, Smolenzak. Get him with your Divinity Bane spiked gauntlet. Ooh, is that a nope? Looks like one hit.
Yep, that's one hit. One of the claws hits, I think.
Alright, that's our turn.
Okay. The giant is still standing. All right, this giant is going to take a 5-foot step forward, and he is also going to begin casting a spell. Except he's smarter than his ally. He's actually like probably close enough to use it once he finishes casting, if he gets it off.
Mm-hmm.
And by smarter than his ally, I mean the DM read the spell and
Yep.
adjusted accordingly. But anyway, yeah. So he's beginning to cast. Probably Billy and Efoot would and Shazra would be able to immediately tell he's casting Call Lightning.
Okay.
Razok.
They love
All right.
lightning.
Razak takes the arrow, but I also read the spell, and I gotta be within 30 feet to actually use it.
Oh,
But if this thing gets close, he will use it. What he's going to do is he will grab the arrow from him, and he's just gonna try full round again.
well, you won't be able to full round if you take the arrow.
Oh, if I take the
A
arrow,
move
that's
action,
right.
I take it.
Yeah. So, I guess.
The 30 feet's
Whoa.
just to target touch AC, kind of like how a gun works, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So you still get the crit if you shoot from further away.
Oh,
but
okay.
you'd want to do that. You'd probably want to do something to ensure it hits though, like a true strike
Yeah.
or something. But
Yeah, if I spin the round, he casts the spell. I guess how long is True Strike? 1 round?
yes, it's one. It's
That'd
until
be
the end of your next
the
round.
next round. Okay. So he will cast it using the
Fortunately, I'm
dagger.
not too Magus brained to completely have forgotten how it works. Normally, when I play it
Yeah.
on a Magus, I use it the same round I cast it. But
Yeah.
yeah, technically, it's the expected way to
And
use it is cast it and then use it next round.
yeah. Yep. So he will do that.
But True Strike isn't on the Mega spell list, right? You have to like do the one thing to get it.
No, I think it is on the
Oh,
Magus
is it?
spell list.
Okay. I don't remember if they intended for Magi to just pick it up.
Yeah, it's on the Mega spell list.
Okay, so they
It's
did.
really good on Magus because you can use it the same round you cast
Yeah.
it in spell
Yeah, you
combat,
can
which is
spell
nice.
combat cheese it.
Yeah. The awkward thing about using it, I guess I have had times where I cast it and then use it the next round because the awkward thing with it is if you cast a spell while holding the charge of another spell, you lose the charge. So you can't really like the only way you can true strike Shocking Grasp is if you do the true strike first at the end of a spell combat, and then the next round you cast Grasp with true strike already active. Because if you do it the other way around and cast it and then hold the charge and then cast true strike, you lose your Shocking Grasp or whatever other touch spell you're trying to use. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Anyway, okay, so grab the bullet, cast True Strike from your dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Vander.
Okay, I'm going to try an acrobatics through
Okay.
and fail.
All right. He will take an attack opportunity on you this time with his great sword. Ooh, that's probably not great.
He crit?
He crit, I think, 36 to confirm.
Yeah.
Is that going to be? No, I won't kill you. He'll just take you
No.
unconscious, right? The 85 damage.
Yeah. I don't think I never I thought about buying that helmet, but I didn't.
Which helmet?
Let you like ignore a critical hit or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you don't have like any fortification effect or anything, right?
No.
Okay. Surprised you didn't do the standard action Vital Strike first,
Smart.
just in case it like takes him out. I guess that's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
The giant now he doesn't see Shazra. He took out Vander, so all he's got is his dragon. He's just gonna full attack the dragon. Okay, looks like he crit the dragon for 91 damage, which I think is just gonna kill it. Um, and then he doesn't really have anywhere to direct his other attacks, so he's just gonna kill the dragon.
It's okay. We can have a storm giant next.
You can get a storm giant skeleton now instead. Oh, I don't have him on the
Yeah.
combat tracker, but
Hmm.
okay, that's his turn though. All right, E-foot.
Well,
Just
sure.
stay alive, Efoot. Okay, that's your only job.
Oh, well, I'm fine. I'm not the
If
one
you have
hurting
to
here.
run, then run. Leave the others to die.
E-foot's got a staff of teleport with like
Yeah, yeah, you have a
like
savage
7
teleport.
charges on it or 8
You are
charges
Yeah,
on
I'm
very
it. Yeah.
fine.
useful.
I am fine.
I think it gets back up to 8 charges or something because he has been charging it as you travel
Yeah.
Every
through the
day,
desert.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess.
I left a little sticky note on the staff for Efoot that tells
Mm.
her to like run if yeah, run if in danger. Leave the
Yeah.
others.
Mm,
I'll find you.
I'm gonna
People will
go
die.
heal Billy again because he's pretty hurt.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah. Where is it? This one?
All right. Billy gets healed for 22.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Speaking of
you.
Billy, it's his turn now.
I'm doing math. 59.
59 what? Oh, your health.
That's my health.
I think if you just type plus 22 on your current health, it does it too.
It does.
Although it is good to do the math yourself because then if you fat finger it, you don't be like, fuck, what health was I at?
Yeah. What should we do? Do you want more name bullet?
He hasn't fired the one yet.
Yeah, but he can shoot
Yeah.
multiple arrows in one round.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
True. He can't fire multiple arrows in one round if
With
he
True
takes
Strike.
it. If he takes it with a move action, but yeah.
Well, but I can hand it to him because I'm already here.
Oh, that's true. You could
So I can put
use
it in
your move
his
action.
quiver or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. You could use your move action to put it in his quiver.
do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
will cast Name Bullet again for Storm Giant, and I will put it in your quiver for you. And
Alright.
You can decide if he wants to use it or save
wanna
it
use it,
for
you
another
can.
True Strike type or other buffing effect thing. He
Now,
knows he's probably firing one with a True Strike though.
yeah, is how many shot works. It's one attack. So if I did the many shot as my
And you
first
put
attack,
both arrows. Oh,
Yep.
that's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the True Strike on both arrows.
all right, I'm
The
doing
crit
that.
only
That's pretty
multiplies
good.
on one arrow. I think that's default to many shot behavior anyway.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
I could put it on the haste attack though. But
Yeah.
the true strike would
True
be
Strike only applies to.
The True Strike would not
first
apply to
thing
the haste
apply
attack,
to
but it would at
the-
least be
yeah.
a max iterative. So
Yeah.
I don't know, up to you.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna have to do
Alright.
all the iteratives
Well,
separate because
before
the
that,
bonus.
we'll see what Shazra does.
Yep.
This guy just killed your lovely pet griffin. Matt, you there?
He's not speaking since his griffin
So
died.
he's so mad about his griffin dying. I'm guessing he got pulled away for a second or something. Wait.
Sorry about that.
Okay. So Matt, it's Shazra's
Yeah.
turn. Your griffin just got killed.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, Vander's unconscious. What
Oh,
would you like to do?
what the hell, Vander? What happened?
He got crit on a AOE or on an
Oh my
attack opportunity while
But he's
trying
not
to.
dead.
He's not dead. He's unconscious.
Okay, that's fine.
I think he's at
Okay,
-2 or something, or -3.
Yeah.
he'll be fine.
Your dragon's
Okay,
dead though.
it's okay. It did its job.
Yeah.
I have a potential new
The dragon
skeleton.
also got crit for 90 damage.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
actually what everyone else said. We got it. That's fine. We got a storm giant now.
Yeah, we have a storm giant now. All right. I am going to swift action, put on my usual buffs
Okay.
for my sword, and then I'm going to full round with a spell combat.
Okay.
So this first attack will be with
+2 and versus
whatchamacallit?
flat-footed.
Yeah, plus super slot.
Although they're flat-footed's not too different than they're normally see. Most of their
Yeah.
they're giant, so most of their AC is not from Dex, as you may guess.
So single attack. Yeah. Ooh, potential crit.
That actually is a confirmed critical hit because it's versus flat-footed.
Yeah.
So that will be, and this is just a regular attack. You didn't spell combat. You didn't put a spell on the first attack.
Well, I have a +2 from.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying it's just that damage though.
Yeah.
Okay, that is enough to knock him unconscious. He is still alive at the moment though, and you are
But he's
visible now.
unconscious.
But he is unconscious. You've taken him down.
What's the casting time of this? It's one standard. Okay, that's neat.
So you're gonna spell combat and raise. Well, he's not
Yeah,
dead
I
right now.
could.
He's not dead
Yeah,
at the moment,
I
but
just
you
have
can
to
keep
kill
attacking
him.
him. Yeah, you just
Yeah, I just
gotta
have to kill him.
keep. Yeah, you got at least one more attack, right, on your
All right. Yeah.
iteratives?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna. Here comes another keen attack on him. Yes, I
Potentially, yeah.
want to.
He just has to do
would be
enough
pretty
damage to
cool.
drop this guy down below his con. He can actually do that because it's just a standard action to cast Animate Dead.
Right.
So here's the first down. Oh, I think I gotta. I think I get.
Ooh, you got another critical hit. Okay, that is
Yeah.
enough to kill him.
Bam. All right. So how much gold am I spending on this? How much gold is? How much hit die is he?
Whoops. Let's see here. This guy is
As long as
19,
he's
19 hit die.
okay. 19 hit. Is that less than the dragon?
No, it's actually more than the dragon.
It's slightly more. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna hit him with an animate.
Okay. Opening up
Take
Hero
the
Lab for
hat of
you.
disguise off the dragon.
Yeah,
and
just take the hat of disguise off him. Unfortunately, this divine bane like thing doesn't
Gauntlet
quite fit
won't fit.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can use it as an improvised weapon, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
squeeze his
sure.
hand into
He
it,
just walks
right?
up and slaps him with the gauntlet. He's like, I
Like,
challenge you
yeah.
to a duel.
He's just holding the gauntlet and
Yeah.
slapping
Well,
good
okay,
face.
he's skeletal, right? What if I just
He
like
can just fit on a
remove
finger.
like 3 of his fingers?
Oh, and just
Could
put
he
the.
put the gauntlet on him like that?
I mean, honestly, I don't see any reason he can't just use it. It's just going to be the normal -2 penalty for size.
Sure.
But yeah.
It's probably worth it.
Mm-hmm. All right. After that, I'll go to Ron's character. Do I have any kind of healing
Healing?
thing?
I don't
I've
know.
got
Probably
potions
not
in
that you
my
can do in this round
pocket.
since you just did a full round, actually.
Yeah.
So you can't even get to him, actually. You can 5-foot step
You know what?
a little bit
I'll
closer,
just give the giant the order to pick him up.
but okay.
I'll carry
Uh,
him. And then yeah, after that.
Friggin' bat straight into the what's his name? Fuck, Night King over here,
I guess
like
so. We'll
the
see.
White Walker King.
I'll just trade in my skeletons for skeletons of higher quality. Oh, you know what? I think the reason I spent so much on the dragon is because I gave it the burning template.
Mm.
Because it was basically double.
oh, yeah. Are you doing that this time, too, or
No, we're
just
just
a
gonna
regular
go
one?
for
Okay.
a regular giant. I think it's gonna be just as effective.
So what are you gonna disguise this thing as? That's the
Just
real
a really
question.
large person.
It's just a
Literally a
20-foot
giant.
tall. It's just a 20-foot tall guy. I mean,
Yeah,
depending on where you're at, even just having it be disguised as a living storm giant might be fine.
yeah,
Storm giants aren't necessarily evil.
yeah. But that's my turn. I'll pass after that. I've spent 475 gold on this one. That was like a deal.
In fact, you don't know for sure if these ones are evil or not, I don't think.
They're probably good since they're attacking me.
Fair point.
Oh dear.
Shit, how do I make this skeleton here? I know I did it in Hero Lab before. I believe I just added as a, like, kind of like adding a class or a template. Oh, it's just grayed out because alignment reasons, I bet. You can't be a skeleton. You're not evil. Oh my god. Yeah, whatever. Oh,
How
he's
with
evil.
that attitude?
I'll just go change it now. Now he's evil.
Yeah.
All right. I believe that I should be able to do to make it on the fly for you. Output hero stat block, copy to clipboard,
I'll be right back to
open
the bathroom.
actors, create actor. Do I already have? Okay, let me just wait. No, convert stat block. That's what I need to do. Okay, paste that in there. Import. Do I have a skeleton token already? I think I should. Well, that looks fine to me. Um, I'll probably have to edit some stuff on it, but for now, it's unnamed hero. The skeleton.
He's the unnamed hero.
Yeah, because it's the
Hell
default.
yeah, he looks awesome.
That's the default. And then I think I can
Looks pretty sweet.
token. Oh shit!
Well,
I
good
don't.
job, Small and Zek. You've secured me a
I don't
better
remember. I'll have
skeleton.
to fuck around with it later. I can't remember exactly how to give you control of the token. So for now, you'll just have to direct me, and I'll
That's
move it
okay.
where
Yeah,
you say.
thank you.
But we'll set it up again like I had Smolensek so that you have
Actually, does
control of
it
it.
get? No. I just hold to pick up Vander. It's not gonna go anywhere. We're gonna pass our turn to Razok.
Okay.
Well, the other sword giant. But
Yeah, he goes. He finishes his spell actually. Um, so he's going to shoot a lightning bolt. Gee, does he need to move? He needs to move a little bit closer. So he's going to move forward, and two lightning bolts are going to shoot down on Razok. So I need 2 reflex saves.
Alright.
You can do 2?
Good thing
On
he
the
can't see
initial
his friend
spell,
right
you
now.
can because the spell gives you 1,
Oh, it's a full round.
and then it's a standard action and
I
to
forgot.
to do another one. So on the very first round, you can do 2.
I feel like it's not a full round action in the Wrath of the Righteous.
It might not be. It probably would.
I think it's just a
Honestly, it probably
standard.
balanced just to make it a standard action, but because it's not really
Yeah.
that good a spell. But uh, by raw, it's a 1 round cast. Okay, so
Okay.
you make the reflex save and just dodge both of these, and that's all. That was his turn.
Alright. Now, I'm trying to decide what I want to do. If I want to use both arrows.
I mean,
Yeah, use both now or save 1 for next turn to buff the
Yeah.
shit out of again or something.
just
I don't have
try
another
and kill
buff,
it.
so yeah, I'm gonna. So
If you want
Wasted
to, if you
one
want
two,
another
though.
one, I can give you another one. How's
one
that?
arrow, yeah, one arrow is gonna be on the many shot. So
Okay.
that the many shot is gonna be the +20. I don't have it included since I'm just gonna hit the full round
Sure.
So it
button.
won't crit, but it does do a little bit extra damage. I don't
No,
know.
no. The
Uh,
out of range here is still an auto crit potentially, assuming he doesn't have SR, which he doesn't. It
I
just
thought you said
doesn't
the
go over
mini
his
shot doesn't
touch.
get the crit damage.
Oh no,
It doesn't get
the second arrow doesn't get the crit damage, but he's putting it on the leading arrow.
No, he said he's putting on the leading and the mini shot. Didn't
He's
you?
putting on the leading arrow of the many shot. So
Oh, okay. So it's just your first shot. Yeah.
yeah, and then I'm gonna use the second arrow on my haste attack.
okay, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so full round.
That's a lot of dice you got there.
Yep. Hopefully, it actually. So,
Okay.
like I said, the
Oh
many
my
shots,
god,
the
your
+20.
rolls.
Yeah, those aren't good rolls, but the first attack has a +20 on it, which partially is counteracted by some penalties from like it's like a -10, but it still hits. So that one hits. Go ahead and roll to confirm that critical hit, since it's a critical threat, even though it was a
That's
6.
just another attack roll, right?
Yeah, it's just another attack roll, your highest BAB with the true strike, because it's the same bonuses as the initial attack was.
Yep. So do all that, then it's
Basically, it's a D20
22.
plus 29,
Yep. Uh,
which I think is gonna confirm if you don't roll a 1.
yeah. Mm,
Up to you. You can even just roll a d20 if you want. We don't even need to.
I plugged in like the normal bonus I'd get on
Okay.
that roll. Should have factored in.
Okay. But that is without the penalties, right? So,
Yeah.
but that's still gonna hit. So confirmed
Alright.
critical hit. I guess I can use that damage roll that you have there for the critical hit. No, it's a ×3 crit, isn't it?
Should be times 3.
4. I have
Oh,
times
because you have
4.
a
I took the feat
Oh, okay,
that
cool.
gives my bow ×4 now.
Okay,
you have the special.
so
Yeah.
basically, I just need you to roll your damage dice minus the component stuff
Yeah.
for 2 additional times. Then I'll use that as part of your crit there. So let's see here.
So,
First thing here is going to be minus, not quite -41 because you don't get the all that damage. Some of that damage doesn't affect him like Dragonbane, but -30 and then minus, and then The other attacks are going to miss, including, unfortunately, your other named bullet. But
Yeah.
if you'd like, you may go ahead and roll. Let's break that. What does that break down into? You can roll a. Is that a D8? Is that what your dice hit, or is it? What is your?
Yeah, it's a D8. D8 times 4.
Well, just
3.
times 2 in this case because we already rolled the first 2 on the times 4,
Okay.
and then
All
plus
right.
4, 8, 16. Is that correct? Is that what
Yeah.
your damage bonus is? So plus 32. 2d8 plus 32.
All right. I'll just do 2D8.
Okay, 2d8. So 11 plus 32 is 43.
43. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this guy is still up, but like you could see, it's a staggering blow on him.
Yeah.
You basically
I
took out
I
over
would,
half his health with just those like 2 arrows.
I think that'd be the like dopest like seeing the watch is this guy calls lightning down on my dude. He dodges and then just unloads
Oh yeah, and
like
then
arrows to him.
and it's in a torrential downpour, which
Or
obviously adds
yeah.
to the atmosphere too.
Yeah. Crazy seeing the watch. But yeah. All right, that's his turn.
All right, Vander is still unconscious at the moment, and I think I need him to roll a Constitution save or check.
Mm-hmm.
Although you're only at -3, so you got a decent shot at making it.
Hmm?
Nope. You take 1 more damage, and you're still unconscious at the moment. I believe the unnamed hero has picked up your body at the moment, though. But
I was really hoping the gentle arms of my skeletal giant would help Vander stabilize.
the nice thing
Is
is
Vander pretty
your
negative?
No.
he's only at -4. He's got a lot of time
Okay,
before
okay,
he
he's
bleeds
fine.
out.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about him.
No.
I can literally just do like a fervor on him. Get
Oh,
positive
I mean, I
once we
might
I
get
cure
to
forgot
light
to
him.
wounds
put.
wand out, so I just have to get there.
I think I forgot to put on this skeleton's sheet is that he actually would have the great sword as well, and probably right. Well, it's on the ground, probably there. He could pick it up if you want him to. I don't have that on the sheet, but I guess let me know if he wants to pick that up. All right. Efoot.
Oh.
There's still 1 giant up at the moment.
Yeah, I just. Meh. Yeah, I'm gonna put away the big wand and pull out the little wand. Cure
Cure light wounds.
light wounds.
Okay.
I think
And
that's
that
all
was
my
like double move action
actions.
since you're taking the
Yeah.
time to put the other one away. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Billy.
Yeah, I'm
Don't worry
gonna
about that
give it
arrow.
a taste of his own
Uh,
medicine. I'm gonna step out here. What's the range here? Where's my ruler?
It's outside of your sight.
I cannot see him. Wait, I cannot do it. JK. Uh,
This is the one environment that truly limits Billy's options. A giant map that's like 500 feet across.
yeah, open
yeah.
field.
Yeah.
Yeah, open field.
What's
Kind
the
of map
ground
if
made
you're.
out of?
It is mud.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's really muddy right now.
Yeah, I mean it's
You know what word muddy rhymes with?
it's
You
normally
know what
like
I'm
sand and
thinking,
rock.
Buddy.
Yeah.
It's normally like sand
That's
and
what I
rock,
was
but it's a
thinking.
torrential downpour, so it's turned into mud. Not too bad that it's like difficult terrain or anything like that, but is noticeably like you're
Summon a
feeling
mud bunny at
sloshes when you
the
walk in the
giant's
ground.
feet and he won't know what to do.
I know. I'm summoning the Mud Buddy out of the ground,
Okay.
and I'm gonna send him over. He can move
30 feet.
30 feet. And I'm gonna have him, if he can just move, have him move 30 feet, double move 60
How
feet
have I
towards the
not made a
giant.
Mud Buddy actor? I really
Uh,
should. That's
yeah.
on my homework.
You
Okay.
thought it was gonna be irrelevant. You thought I wasn't gonna keep casting it.
So
You were wrong.
you can cast it like 30 feet away and then have
Sure,
him
let's do that.
start moving.
I
Actually,
will cast it.
you could probably do it at the edge of your vision, like 60 feet away,
Does it
right?
like throw a
Yeah,
mud
60
ball
feet
at all?
away.
Doesn't it do something to
It
like
can
blind the
trip.
It
opponent?
can try to trip.
Okay, trip.
Good luck,
All
by the
right, yeah,
way.
it just has to roll a natural
But
20.
Yeah.
exactly. There's a
So
natural 20 on every die.
I will cast it 60 feet away. I cannot read
And
the
then
numbers on this.
it'll
There.
move 30 feet
There's
as
a natural
well.
And
20
then-
on a d6.
Well, can it double move?
Oh yeah, I could double move. Sure, why not?
So it'll go here to the square.
All right, there's a Mud Buddy there.
That's my Mud Buddy. Thank you.
Mud Buddy is a circle. Like I said, I need to make a token for Mud Buddy. Like I really should. It has AC 12, 10 hit points, and a strength 5 and a speed of 30. Perform any task an unseen servant can do plus similar tasks its strength allows. You can command it to trip an opponent, which is CM. It's actually fairly good at it. Instead, even though it only has 5 strength, because it gets to use your CMB being your caster level plus spellcasting ability score modifier. Although after the trip attempt is resolved, the spell ends.
Yep. He goes away after trying to trip. So he doesn't need to
Gets one
trip. He just
attempt.
needs to go over there and be a Mud Buddy.
Yeah.
That's my turn. I guess maybe I'll move behind the wall because I'm scared. So I'll just like hide behind the wall, like there. Sure.
All right, Shazra and unnamed hero.
All right, as a swift action, I'm going to spend. Let's see, it's half. Yeah, it's half. So I'm gonna spend 2 arcane pool points to get back Dimension Door,
Okay.
and then I am going to Dimension Door myself, Vander, and the giant, the huge giant,
Okay.
over towards the other giant.
Okay, just like right next to it.
Yeah,
All right.
just move Smolensack, and then yep, we're gonna be over here.
Move Vander over there as well.
Yep. Boop. Just put Vander over here because he's unconscious.
I don't know if you can move him, but
No, I
you want
can't.
where do you want me to move him to?
I just wanted to put him next to me.
Okay.
We're gonna have the giant fight the giant.
I think the giant has to be next to you as well. So okay.
Yeah.
And then on the opposite side
Giant
of
fight
so you're not
giant.
obstructing the shot.
Yeah.
Razok has improved precise shot anyway, so I don't know if it would
Yeah.
matter, but
Yeah. At this distance, I don't care what feet you got.
okay, so we get
Alright.
some giant on giant violence
Yeah.
here.
Yes, we are. It's exactly what's happening.
Like, if this giant dies from this giant, I can just recreate another giant.
Okay.
So, Razok, you're able to see this thing, right? Because you've been shooting at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a huge skeleton
Just-
shows up.
Yep, 20-foot tall skeleton
Look,
shows up
my
and just
guy-
slams
my
into
guy
this other
just-
skeleton.
My guy just shakes his head as he's like dodging lightning bolts and stuff. Just like, oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just have it slam it right now. We'll go and get the gauntlet after the combat.
Yeah.
And we'll get it. We'll make sure it takes a sword.
Okay. So it slams because I believe it keeps its natural attacks, and slams
Yeah,
are
it
better
keeps
than
its
its claws,
natural.
so it's just gonna keep slamming.
Yep.
Um,
Slam jam.
Slams it for not enough to take him out, but it looks like he is very close to being taken out at this
Yay.
point.
Yep, it's our turn.
On his turn,
Are we close enough to hear Efoot actually?
yes.
Okay. I'll put Inspired Courage on myself.
All right. Well, I think this guy's gonna turn around and try to
Just you see, like, yeah,
kill
like, oh
his,
no, there's
yeah.
a dead. Where did that come
He
from?
yells out in anger, and uh, I think he just one shots your guy. Actually,
Oh, it's fine. I'll use
you'll
him.
have a new body soon anyway.
Yeah.
So, although
It's
I
only
know
475 gold.
there is some DR, right? But is only DR 5, so yeah, he takes 85 damage, which it turns out is exactly the amount of hit points this thing has. So
Really? Only 85?
that's what Hero Lab told me.
Smolensk had more than that.
Yeah,
Smolensk had
19.
127.
I don't know. So 19 D8 somehow ended up as 85. Is that right? I'd have to open the Smolensk character sheet.
Is it trying to use con for health, but it's undead? It
No,
should be
the
using
putting the skeleton
anything.
template should. Oh, you know what? That's the. It's not even. No, that shouldn't matter because skeleton template I think automatically sets it to 10. I think I could be wrong. Maybe let me see. Let me open up the. Let me open up another Hero Lab here real quick. I have to know. um. Let me reopen the Smolensk file and see what happened here. Maybe it's just burning skeleton. A difference there.
I don't think so.
17, yeah, 17 D8, and it automatically had 110 in there for whatever reason. Well, what is? Hold on, let me check here. Calculator. So D8's average is 4.5, right?
Yeah,
Rounded
4.5.
up to a 5. So what is 5 times? What is this 5 times
Uh,
19?
uh,
Times 19.
That is 95.
995.
Well,
95.
it should have 95, not 85, right? So, but what is? So I think part of it is for Smolensk. There was 12 charisma instead of 10. So there was 17 health from that. So that's part of it.
Okay, that
And
makes sense.
then I don't know 110 divided by 17. It just yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the 110 came from. Like that. I think that was just the number that Hero Lab threw in there automatically
Mhm.
for the magma dragon, maybe.
Mhm.
Because I think I
Maybe.
just slapped the magma dragon or the burning skeleton template onto the existing magma dragon. So you might have. I guess it was just Smolensk had more hit points to begin with.
Yeah, maybe.
Is all I can say on that. Plus, like I said, the charisma helps a little bit. But yeah, this guy should have more hit points still. Um, it should actually be 95. So he doesn't quite get one shot in that case, but the
Next one.
next attack is going to finish him off though. Um, and then after that, he's got one more attack. Um he's gonna shoot towards Shazra
Okay, I do
for
have mirror images going.
okay. Does a 28 hit you though?
A 28 does hit. Yes.
Okay, and then how many mirror images?
I have 5, so there's a 1 in 6 chance that it hits me.
Okay, it breaks an image instead.
All right.
Okay, that's its turn. Now that we've done some mathing.
Yeah.
All right, Razok.
I'm gonna full round it.
Okay, the first attack with the many shot is going to hit, and then the other ones are going to miss.
All right.
But the many shot, since has the 2 arrows on it, is actually enough to take this guy down.
Nice.
I think it might, yeah, it actually just straight up kills him. Takes him down to like negative 20s, 24 or
Nice.
something like that. And we are out of combat.
That cart might not even be there anymore since the horses are dead.
I think the cart is still there
Oh, is it?
for a couple more hours. Yeah.
Mm.
Can the giant give me a will save?
Let's have the
The
giant pull
dead
the cart.
giant?
Yeah, the dead giant, the one that just died.
Sure.
Is it 18? Is it less than 18?
I got a 24.
Darn.
You try to like
Oh well.
capture its gem or its soul.
Yeah,
Okay.
I might as well. These skeletons do cost money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you need to pay for them, yeah.
I need to pay for them. Yeah, I need to go
Makes
sell them
perfect
to the
sense.
hag.
Did you raise the other giant?
No, I might not right now, just because like I
He
said,
could
it
cart.
does cost money.
And can't you only control a certain amount of hit dice too?
Yeah, but they're
Well, yeah, his other one's died, so now he
one's
doesn't actually
dead.
have any skeletons at the moment.
Yeah. I'll just wait to see what comes along our path.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. That one did die.
I just have to make sure that their hit die is 20 or less, because I can't turn things into skeletons if they have more than 20 hit die.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 19, so I don't know.
It was 19. It was right at the edge.
They're at the edge, yeah.
Seems like a
Yeah.
good candidate, but
We might find something else that's like pretty decent.
its HP is
Yeah.
really low for that level, though.
Well, yeah, the dragon had more because it had more charisma.
Yeah.
Yep.
Radzok hands Billy a regular arrow and 2 of the frost arrows.
I'm gonna go drag Vander back to you guys,
Oh yeah.
and then I'm gonna go get the Divinity Bane Gauntlet from Smolensek, Skeleton Corpse.
Yeah, Ron, do you want to bounce me a couple of Constitution checks just to see if you stabilize on your own? Probably won't matter too much, but just throw like 1 or 2. Oh no, I think that'll do it. That's exactly the DC. You're at -4. Okay. I think that'll be enough to at least get him up because he's only at -4. So I guess now actually you guys might have to like shelter up because
Yeah.
you don't have any horses and the dragon's not there to pull the cart anymore either.
Oh, what are you talking about? Sure, we do.
Are you gonna make?
Bam!
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Just cast mount.
I'm just gonna cast Mount twice. I'll re-prepare it with my arcane pull, and I'll make
Okay,
2 of them.
perfect.
We are.
Couldn't you
This
just
show is still on the road.
couldn't you just recast the carriage?
No, it's expensive. That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
like a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
Just gonna cast 2 mounts.
All right.
Okay,
So we
you can
have
do that and
Onward.
keep traveling through the day.
real summoned light horses, not quasi-real light horses.
I mean, these are still kind of like quasi-real.
Well, yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna go
So
grab this item.
I go
off
check.
this
I
man's
go check out their sword, like their equipment.
Their loot.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mud Buddy and I also go.
Yeah. If you use detect magic and none of their equipment detects as magic, however, they are masterwork. They are huge masterwork weapons. So they basically both have huge masterwork composite longbows. I believe they're composite. Strength rated at um, plus a lot. Where is it at? They're rated for strength 38, I think.
Oh Jesus.
So even if you somehow
Yeah,
made
there's
yourself
Yeah.
huge, you're
no
probably
chance.
gonna
Yeah.
have a hard time using them.
You're not you're not getting those.
I mean, you can still take them if you want, but
No.
and the great swords are just masterwork great swords. They are huge, but
What
um,
metal? Just regular. Like
yeah, they're just
steel.
made out of iron. Nothing fancy.
Yep.
They don't have. They actually don't. they're not really actually wearing armor. It seems like they just have like natural
Yeah, defense.
like naturally like thick skin, but yeah, they were just wearing kind of like a like um like it sort of looks like I don't know, think like a like it kind of looks like armor, but it on close inspection it's not really.
Yeah. So they're not the
It's
regal
stylized
Stormdrags.
almost like dress armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I can't believe it's not armor.
It's yeah, it's like a
Parade
stylized.
armor.
It's
Parade
like a
armor.
stylized,
Even
like
though
it
that's
sort of
armor.
has the appearance of like kind of like if somebody was dressed doing like a cosplay of a Roman legionary or something like that. Like
Mm,
it's like a kind of like a breastplate, but it's made out of like cloth and not
yeah.
really particularly padded cloth even.
Yeah. The lowest quality of parade armor.
I mean, it looks nice, but
Yeah. All right.
and yeah, the downpour does continue though.
Oh well, we're in the carriage now.
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
could try and dispel the rain if you guys want, but it looks like this area could use it, to be honest.
you're in a desert. Um, you don't run into anything else through the night.
Hey,
Um,
could I wield the Divinity Bane gauntlet, but and just take a -2 to it? Is that a thing that
sure.
I can do?
I don't see why not.
Oh, I'll be like Vigar. I just have a really big gauntlet.
Yeah, but your sword might have an issue with that.
Well, I'm gonna use it to kill Pedriarch. And the sword was originally on the team of killing the gods, right? I think he'd be pretty
Does
chill with me.
Yeah, but you'd be strictly using that because in order that you won't be able to cast with it on,
I'll ask
right? If you,
Eisenroll. Eisenroll,
uh,
how do you feel about me using this +5 Divinity Bane gauntlet?
um, I mean, as long as you're using it to kill Pedriarch,
Pedriarch? That's what
yeah.
I thought. I will put on the large gauntlet into my left hand.
Okay.
I mean, you
Is
also
that
could just
I now
drop
look
it,
like
enlarge
the
person, then
Dr.
pick it up.
Claw.
yeah? Does that interfere with spellcasting? Like it?
I
Do
can
you
still
have?
move my hand around, right?
Um,
Uh,
I mean, you are hampered. It is count. It does count as like a gauntlet does as well count as like kind of wearing medium armor.
Oh, I can wear medium armor.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if your like normal magus can.
Yeah, I can wear heavy armor right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, I know normal magus had that. I wasn't sure if your archetype gave it up. Okay, so it shouldn't be a
doesn't he
problem
also
then.
have a problem though if he can't wield the claw and his sword at the same time because he wouldn't have a
No,
free
no, I
hand?
put it in I
He
wield my sword with my right hand.
yeah, he can't like do spell combat with like his sword and the gauntlet. But yeah, you
Mm.
can use it. Like I had a I would know. I did a gauntlet magus. My strange aeons did that. He didn't have an oversized gauntlet. He just had a regular gauntlet, but
But you can. What's he
Are you
using
saying
for
you
the
can't do
handy
spell combat?
component?
what's that? Oh, I'm saying you can't like attack with the gauntlet and the sword and do spell
Oh
combat.
yeah,
Like
I know that. But I
yeah.
can still use the sword and cast a spell, right?
Oh
If
yeah.
that's all I'm doing, yeah.
While having the gauntlet on?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like maybe
Yeah, because
not because it
it's
doesn't.
limiting his hand.
Like, can
He
you wield
wouldn't
Yeah.
be
the
able to do
sword while
somatic
with the
combo.
hand with the gauntlet? I
If
don't think
if it was
so.
a normal gauntlet, I think you could. Because it's an oversized gauntlet, I'm probably saying no, you can't. You're kind of having to use it as an improvised weapon almost.
That's okay, that's okay. I'll figure out a way around this.
But
I mean,
if
you just
you're
drop the gauntlet, enlarge person, then pick up the gauntlet. Does that
No,
not work?
that'll enlarge it with me.
Does it still enlarge it?
I think if you pick it up after casting a large person, it won't
Yeah, I thought it
enlarge.
didn't because isn't an enlarged person like instantaneous or not? Maybe not.
It has a duration, but I mean, I believe I believe
I
even
thought it was only
technically.
when you cast it.
I don't even
Yeah.
think it.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it increases the size of the stuff you have, like, as you cast it, and then I think even technically you could enlarge person and then, like, drop the gauntlet and then pick it back up.
Yeah, all equipment worn or carried by a creature is enlarged. And if the enlarged item leaves an enlarged creature's possession, it goes back to its normal size.
Lots
I
of
guess the
people look out
question
for a large-sized creature to turn into a skeleton.
I guess the question is if the, gauntlet, like, grows back when you pick it back up, I guess is the question, which I don't think it does.
Yeah, hard to say.
Like, I think I'm pretty sure, like, stuff you pick up after casting it doesn't immediately get enlarged too. But the wording is vague enough that you could argue that that's how
That
it
it
works.
does.
But
Yeah.
I've always understood that, like, if you like, I know for sure if you shoot an arrow, it doesn't get your enlarged bow damage, like, it works just like your normal size. That's what you need gravity
Mm,
bow for.
yeah,
Um, but
and at that point, why are you gonna enlarge your
Wrath
person
of the
when you
Righteous doesn't do
lose
that.
decks?
Wrath of the Righteous uses your size bonus.
even
Yeah.
with bows,
Yeah.
yeah, so
Well, I
it
remember
buffs it
Bow
then.
Paladin being really
There
big
really is no point. There really is no
in
point for
damage.
to enlarge yourself as an archer.
No, in fact, it's a bad idea because it
Yeah,
gives
yeah,
you
it's
Yeah,
a
not
size
a
penalty to
normal
hit
rule.
and
yeah,
is gonna
yeah.
lower your dex probably.
Hmm. In all
Maybe if you have an
honesty,
adaptive
better.
composite longbow, you'll do slightly more damage
Yeah,
because
We're level
it is
it's
13,
better.
honest.
right?
It's
What's that?
almost honestly better to
We're level
reduce
13,
person
right?
and then cast
That's
gravity
correct.
bow. Reduce person and
Okay,
cast gravity bow.
so
You're not using
we're level
composite.
13, and my bonus is at +4 right now,
Okay.
right? Because it's 4 levels after first, so at level 1 it's +1, and at level 5 it's +2, so 9 is +3. So I should be at, yeah, I'm at +4 right now. Okay, I know what to do with the gauntlet.
Okay.
I can I could use my arcade pool to give it the dancing property.
Oh yeah, that is an
Then I could
option.
fight with Eisenroll in one hand and the gauntlet could do its thing.
As a standard action, a dance weapon can be loosed to attack on its own. It fights for 4 rounds using the base attack bonus of the one who loosed it and then drops. While dancing, it cannot make attack opportunities, and the activating character is not considered armed with the weapon, but that's fine because you can use a different weapon. Weapon is considered wielded and intended by the activating character for all maneuvers and effects of target items. Shares your space, can attack anyone adjacent, accompanies you wherever you go. If you have an unoccupied hand, you can grasp it while attacking on its own as a free action. When so retrieved, it can't dance again for 4 more rounds. But yeah, yeah, that seems like a reasonable option to me. Can you do you can only have one enhanced at a time though,
Yeah,
right?
I can only do one enhanced at a time.
Yeah.
But like Eisenroll is already like very powerful on its
Yes.
own.
Yeah. No, it's a reasonable option, especially if you're fighting something where the gauntlet is particularly effective.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, then it's probably actually a good idea.
It's funny.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna be wrapping it up here pretty soon. I will say
Okay.
here that nothing, you don't run into any more storm giants. The torrential downpour like it kind of lets up a little bit to just like a softer rain for a while at one point, but the
Mhm.
rain does
As it
continue,
go.
and you are able to tell, especially like Billy and was it Billy and Shazra that made the roll last time? I think that
For the spellcraft or what?
yeah, no, for the knowledge arcana.
I didn't
Um,
roll that, I don't think.
Oh, I
I
thought you
could.
rolled a rolled one to when you guys first moved into here. Anyway, um, whoever it was that you guys identified that there was a the weather was unnatural and being caused by magic. It seems the weather is still being affected by magic.
Mm, okay. What if
Um,
there's more storm giants here somewhere doing this?
Yeah, but do we think
maybe
the storm giants are actually causing the rain?
Oh, it could.
I
nobody
mean,
nobody
it's in
made
their
the
name.
knowledge check on storm giants, so
Can
who
I make a
knows?
knowledge? Oh wait, I already tried. Dang it!
I mean, it's a new day, so I guess everyone can roll a knowledge local on the second day. Maybe you guys remember something about storm giants.
Storm giant is causing a storm.
It's possible.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think that sounds plausible.
I
That's
only got a
probably the
23.
smartest thing Razok has ever said.
Okay, 23 is exactly the DC. So I will say you do know that storm giants are renowned for being able to control weather. In addition, they can cast chain lightning once a day, storm or whatever, call lightning once a
Mhm.
day. But yeah, they can also cast control weather.
Okay.
Um, they can actually cast control weather multiple times a day, ironically, which is why would you ever need to cast it more than once? But they
To
can
change the weather.
to change the weather multiple times and then
Yeah.
change it
Mhm.
back. Um, so yeah, it is possible that there are other storm giants in the area, and that they are for some reason causing
Aggressive.
this rain to come down.
Yeah, I feel like with that knowledge, there's not much point in me trying to dispel it unless we're in combat because they can cast it multiple times. They're just gonna start it back up again. Probably.
Quite
Oh, that.
possibly, yeah.
We'll
But in
simply
combat, I
deal
could
with it.
disable it, and then maybe we have some rounds of no negatives.
But yeah, as you guys approach, you do get to Haldun. As you get there, it is still raining. It's not the torrential. It's more of like a kind of a steady rain at the moment. But you can tell as you're approaching the town that it looks like a fight happened here.
Oh,
Like
Oh,
you could see
really?
that there's like there's wreckage here. Like there's like some walls that are set up around it. As you as Efoot may have told you, this
right.
is this used to be like a major trading hub, but now it's more of just like a military outpost almost. Um,
Um,
but it looks like it looks like a battle has happened here. Um, as you approach in, and yeah, we can investigate that. We'll be doing that. We'll pick this up here next time though, because it
Okay.
is already 9:30. But
Yeah.
right.
see what it. I mean, you might be able to guess what might have attacked Haldun, but
Probably storm giants.
yeah,
Hmm.
very very possible. Um, we can look into that next time, and let's see. I don't think I guess I can hit this end combat. And I can just give you some XP that way, right?
Yeah.
Do be like an XP.
Okay. I don't think that's enough to level you, but it's a good chunk of it.
Mhm.
I don't think we're close to level anyway, right?
By the
Uh,
way, Pluto,
you're significantly closer than you were because I just gave you a huge
All
chunk
right,
of XP
sweet.
there, but that
I
was a
like it.
fairly high fight. Those are, I think, one of those is CR 13, and you fought two of them, so that's a CR 14, I think.
Yes.
So
I I
slightly
found
above
this
CR.
I found this effect that I get at level 13. That's quite good.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Aoife, you can heal us with
Huh.
your songs, right?
I
No, sort of,
am
but
immune to fear and confusion.
nice. That is very good. That would have
Yeah.
been really nice last combat.
Were we 13 last
No,
time?
you guys got 13 after that combat, so
Okay. So from now on,
yeah.
Okay,
Now
I thought
on,
you
if you
had a healing song.
I can also suppress fear, confuse, etc. from a creature.
requires 4
Nice.
rounds of continuous performance.
oh Ron, did you give yourself the healing back you
Yeah, I
got
mean,
from?
I figured that you could do it like while we're traveling
See.
if you can.
Is there even a limit? Because like a lot of times these are like you can only do it once per day
No,
or something.
there-
This doesn't seem to have a
there's
limit.
there's
I
no
can
limit
heal
to it. You
more
just have
people
to use
too.
4 rounds.
So I can just mass
doing it.
cure serious
And
wounds
then you'd also be able to give
Yes.
yourself
every 4 rounds.
13 back from Night's Rest.
It
on
takes
top
4
of that.
rounds to do it.
You're
which
probably
I mean, I
still
can
really
use
low.
fully-
I
if
guess,
you don't
yeah,
get
then
any
it's
more
taking
healing.
No, I can fully
charges.
heal us.
But I do have like
Okay,
34
you fully heal
charges.
Vander.
I have 8 cure lights.
Okay. So
and
then
I
you
think
probably
Secret
just
has
heal
some
us
too,
up
probably.
while we're
Yeah.
traveling.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
probably just heal them.
So I'll cast 8 cure lights, and then you have some spells, I assume, or some wand charges.
I tell
I think
Efoot, you are
doesn't-
probably the greatest goblin bard that has ever existed because
I can
now
roll it if we care.
your songs literally make me feel better.
Oh.
And that is something I thought impossible for a
Oh
goblin
my god, I
singing
rolled
to
2
do.
ones.
Oh, Razok has cure
Well,
spells
you
as well.
underestimate
They're not very
goblins.
powerful, but
I
he's
rolled 3 ones
Yeah.
in a row,
got some
Pluto.
too.
Yeah.
3 ones in a row. 4 ones in a row! Come on!
Oh my god.
It's a D8! Not a D1!
Just
Come
listen to
on.
Efoot sing. She'll make you feel really,
Okay,
really
we
good.
did
Yeah,
it.
you don't need
We rolled
to
not a 1.
heal at all. Like, I literally can heal us for free
That's real.
during travel.
Okay,
Okay, well, yeah.
we do that then.
Yeah.
So yeah, Vander, go ahead and set yourself back to full health.
I think we're just full. And then you said we're
Yeah.
nights resting again before we quit.
You guys nights rested one more time before you guys got to Halden, so
Okay.
Okay.
so the next session will be picking up on in-game October 10th. In real life, it'll be on May 15th.
Mm,
Gotta make sure
Unless,
I protect
unless
our
there's
Yeah.
conflicts.
bard.
I'm looking.
I've definitely got one.
far
I'm going
as-
to I'm gonna be in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yep.
Yep.
Jay, you remember Jalen, Matt?
Vaguely.
He's getting married, and I'm.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. I'm in the wedding, so we're.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I guess they're
You guys-
eloping, and then they're having a reception, and he invited me, so I'm going.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I hope
Yeah.
all
Good
goes
reason.
well.
Yeah. So I'll be gone that whole weekend. And
I guess
leave that day. Wait. Yeah, I leave that day.
leave that Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
Take care.
If everyone else is there, I'll probably still run a session, but if anybody else has a conflict, I'll probably
Let me
just
see.
push it back
Okay.
either 1 week or just skip and go to the 29th.
Yeah.
Actually,
Alright.
let me double check real quick because it might have been that I took that time off. I gotta see what my flight is, but I guess I'll just post if I'm there or not.
Yeah, no
'Cause
worries.
I might have just taken the off on the 15th and then flying out Friday. I
Yeah.
think that's the
Alright.
case. I think I just took that Thursday off, so I should be. But
Well, you
if
guys
not,
have a
I'll
good
post.
night. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye, man.
Yeah, just let me
Alright.
know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't have a problem pushing it back 1 week, or just skipping
Yeah.
and pushing it back 2 weeks and playing it on the month if I need be.
Check.